is good. I hope so. I can check for you. Oh, I can check for you. Can you give me 1 second? I'm having technical issues. Sorry about that. Oh, oh I didn't read that. Being ejected from there. Oh my god. Yeah. Good save. Good save. The viewer count is just going crazy right now.
Is it?
No.
No.
Not yet.
It will be when you appear.
When I appear. That's what everyone's waiting for. Oh god. More window noises. That's going to happen a lot today. It's been crazy today because one of the roads up in that direction is blocked. So there's been so many people going on here and they all get stuck and they beep at each other and they shout and it's unpleasant. Yeah, I know, right? Gotta love the big city. How are things in your place? Still nice and quiet? Still got your man cave going on? Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna make that change sooner or later. It seems to be working. If people are noticing, then that's a good thing. Yeah, that's good with me. That's cool.
Oh wait, I just realized I've been muted this whole time and they can just only hear you, so...
Oh really?
Okay, I unmuted myself. That must have been kind of confusing.
Good to know that everyone thinks I'm now insane.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we're fixed. Guys, I have an overlay now, look! I don't... Wait, let me see if this actually does stuff. Oh man, it does! Alright, nice.
Wow, that's cool.
It's legit.
Yeah, we're pro now. Gone are the days when you have to do the Yoda thing and just type the player names in the in-game chat.
Dude, I tried to do that for the first week back, like for the first cast of Open Heat, and it's just like, this is impossible. I don't know how that guy does it.
He's a beast.
I know. It's so hardcore.
You can't stop him. That's the ultimate kind of...
I bet it's because Yoda was around when people still had like DOS machines.
Yeah, probably.
Just, you know, super old school, like just typing everything in the command prompt and shit.
Yeah, yeah. He has been around basically forever. I have no idea how old that guy is.
Well,
sounds like he's seen a few days. A few hard Russian winters.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I'm just gonna host up. Let's see here. Yes, PvP first game.
Okay, cool. Now wait, how do you know that?
Because it's
Oh, 'cause you
DNMax
have-
versus Koost. I have the replay
Okay.
names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course you do, my bad. Oh, so it is Koost, is it?
I think so. I've been told this by like 2 people, so I'm taking it as fact now.
Yeah, okay. I'll concede.
Well, and the funny thing is, I haven't had anybody like in the chat be like, "Oh my God, why is he pronouncing it Koost? Like, what's going on?" Yeah, like what everyone says when I say True Touch.
Yeah.
So if no one's questioning it,
Although True Touch is obviously, Koost is not. Like, when do you start pronouncing a Y as a ooh?
apparently that's Ukrainian.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they are flamboyant people.
What the?
So I imagine.
Oh wait, I gotta do D&D before Steve Man gets on.
Ah, Steven.
Sniped. Okay. All right, I'm ready. You want to
I'm
get
ready.
started?
Yeah, I can get started.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 3 of the Broodor Open Heat round robin stage. Oh wait, actually, no, never mind. I was wondering if my stream was attached to the event, and it actually is,
It is.
so that's good.
Yep.
And let me just go to our thread here. So, for those of you who don't know what the Open Heat is, it is in fact a summer tournament sponsored by thebgh.com and starspawn.cc, and it's basically just a small-ish tournament, one of a couple that we have planned actually, that we're running as we prepare for TLS Season 4. That's right, we haven't forgotten about that. It has not gone the way of the hockey cards. That is still in progress, so yes, don't worry about it, and we're going to be entertaining you guys with these tournaments in the meantime. So we are currently in the round robin stage. We had 3 qualifiers with 9 players advancing, and every one of those players is playing each other, and we're casting 9 games a day over 2 weekends. Last weekend we already did the first half, and this weekend we'll be finishing off that round. So after tomorrow, we will know the final 4 players in the playoffs, so that would be pretty exciting. We already had some pretty crazy results. There's going to be spoilers from last week, just in case you didn't watch that, but we saw Siki and Scan both drop games, in fact. Actually, wait, did Siki drop 2 games?
I feel like he did.
Yeah, but I can't remember.
I think he did.
So he lost a game to Scan, and he lost a game... he lost to Eon Zerg. He lost to Eon Zerg as well.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah. So he lost to Scan and Eon.
Wow, that's a big deal, actually. Yeah, Ziki is rarely known to lose ZVZ at all, so wow, that's quite significant. I wonder, is Ziki slipping, or is everyone else just catching up? Because Scan's obviously such a good player, but Eon Zerg, I'd have expected Ziki to come out on top pretty much every time then.
Yeah, I mean, one thing to take into account, though, is that these are all best of 1 games, though, in the round robin. So, best of 1 ZVZ, I mean, even though, yes, Siki would be a heavy favorite, like, even if he was like an 80 or 90% favorite, there's still that small chance that Eon Zerg gets the win.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know if Ziki's out of practice or Eon Zerg's just been training hardcore. Who knows? Interestingly, True Touch, of course, has been training hardcore, and he didn't even make it through the qualifiers, so I don't know what's going on
was
there.
horrible.
Actually, we saw him lose to DNMax.
Yeah, that's true. God, he cannot have been happy.
And we're watching DNMax in this game.
Yes, we are indeed.
Anyway, so yes, I think that is good enough for an intro. Are you ready to go into game number 1, Elegant?
Yeah, I'd say I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. PvP on Bloody Ridge. I believe this is DNMax versus Koost. And I will update the overlay once we get in game. So Elegant, if you would do the positions.
Yeah, I think I'm cool with that. In the bottom left-hand corner, as the red Protoss, we have Mr. Koost, as I'm told it's pronounced. And in the top right-hand corner, as the yellow Protoss, we have DNMax. And of course, the map is going to be Bloody Ridge. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of funky PvP action. This map's kind of interesting. It's sort of, if you don't know the map well enough, it's sort of based on Bluestorm. It's reminiscent of Bluestorm, but it doesn't have the annoying unit pathing issues that Bluestorm had. That map just drove me crazy. I mean, I never really figured out how to play properly on the map, just because probably back then I was far too incapable of actually multitasking things to the point where I could stop all my units from just clumping up in the big gap.
Yeah, I mean,
going
you had to set your rally point like a million years outside your base. You just had to set like a ridiculous location by your third. It's like, oh my god, the unit's just going all over the place.
And then you don't have that good stuff where, like, if you're gonna get vulture harassed or something, you don't just have a group of goons sat outside the base. The vultures just
exactly, and then because you don't, when you get vulture dropped, you're like, oh god, and you A move everything back to your base, and then nothing goes back because they all get stuck. And the vultures just kill everything. Oh man, good
devastating games that way. Horrible games. Yeah, I hated that map. Yeah, it was a cool map in principle.
It's funny that you mentioned that map though, because I'm pretty sure that's in the map pool for the Broodwar reunion tour that's coming up.
Oh yeah, but it's gotta be in there for the old ones.
Yeah, so look forward to seeing that one. Anyway, nothing crazy coming out here. 2-gate opening, presumably from both players. That's gonna be second gateway. Yep, slightly slower here for Koost. But it is 2 gates.
And you get this a lot on this kind of map where it's, just 2-player map, one pretty straight and easy path over to each other. So it kind of makes sense to do this because there's a pretty high likelihood of your opponent 2-gating. So it's often, the safest build just to mirror each other and take it on to mid-game. Then nobody's going to get unpleasantly caught by surprise when one person goes 2-gate and the other one just goes straight for goons or something like that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's exactly the same as what you'd see on Blue Storm, basically 2-gate into expand, sort of a game of chicken in the beginning, who feels like they're confident enough to expand first. I think generally you'll see the Nexus after maybe 5 or 7 Zealots, depending. Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah, that's usually the way of things. Then you get a bit of posturing around. But of course, the person on the defensive always has the advantage. So, it's a fairly decent bet to be the first one with the expansion because the aggression really shouldn't get too far as long as you don't make a horrible mess of your micro or anything like that. And they're both just pumping out. Well, I say they're both pumping out Zealots, but Koost is actually going very light on the Zealots, and he's already got the probe out of the natural expansion. So this is the kind of daring stuff he can do. He's already thrown down the natural Nexus. So that's a very risky move in my opinion because we've already got 3 Zealots out from the other end of things. And so that really gives DMX a pretty major initiative, and Koost needs to get some more Zealots out right away, otherwise he's going to find himself in a bit of a stuck spot, but it'll probably be okay.
This is very interesting. Both players doing something slightly non-standard. So obviously we saw only 1 Zealot before the Nexus from Koost, which as you say is pretty daring. But on the other side, instead of a Nexus, we actually saw the Assimilator being taken by DNMax. And I vaguely remember we saw something similar in one of the previous games. I don't know if that was actually DNMax playing that game, but I definitely remember there being a 2-gate opener into tech rather than expansion. I was wondering what the heck was going on there, but maybe that's just how DNMax plays. Oh, and he's going to proxy. Is this going to be a robo? I think it's going to be a robo because I don't think you can actually fit a gateway there. So it has to be a robo.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, and I quite like this move from DLMax because it enables him to just get the Reaver straight out there. He doesn't have to mess around getting shuttle and whatnot first and just flying it all the way over there. And this is an opening that can work nicely in PvT as well against the fast expand. It's a similar kind of principle. You just get that Reaver out much quicker to the enemy's natural. You do sacrifice, obviously, a lot in terms of maneuverability, but the timing of it just makes it so difficult because look how long it is before we're going to have a meaningful number of Dragoons from Koost.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty effective unless this probe sees it. Oh God, is the probe gonna see it? I don't think it saw it. I think it was out of range. He didn't turn back. If he saw it, he definitely would have turned back. Oh no, he saw it.
No.
Oh, he definitely saw it. Never mind. Oh no, but he's letting the Zealots into his base. The Zealot counterattack. The 4 Zealots are gonna walk straight into his base here. That might have been a pretty critical error here because as long as DNMax can just like buy a lot of time, even if that was spotted, it might be effective anyway. Here he goes into the main base. A lot of probes have been pulled, but there is a Zealot superiority for Koost right now. He needs to just like kill the pylon by the robo or something.
Yeah, he really needs to get out there and do that, otherwise he's going to find himself falling victim to this. He is probably going to be able to see that. We do have the first Dragoon coming out from DLMax right now, so it's heading over to try and save the Robo. He'd need some pretty on-point micro to do that, and he's doing his best to give his opponent's Zealots the runaround in the main base. Doing some good damage to the natural Nexus as well, but even so, that Robo is in some pretty major trouble. I don't know if that 1 Dragoon can actually save it before it goes down against the 3 Zealots that are going to be hacking away.
Oh yeah, he actually takes out the probe there as well, and it looks like the robo is indeed going to fall, deciding to go for that rather than the pylon. That's probably a good idea actually, because it'd be pretty easy to rebuild pylons next to it, but the robo obviously not so easy. And it looks like almost all the Zealots now for DNMax in the base are dead as well. The robo has now fallen. I don't think that was cancelled yet. He doesn't have very much gas, so I don't think that was actually even cancelled.
No, I don't think so. And that was a nice response from Kuz right there. Really clean. And we can see that Dion Max's tech is nowhere near where he wants it to be at this point. He does have 3 gateways, so he can still put on some pressure, but he's way behind on troop count. Like, look at all those zealots coming out. So he's just got a micro all the way home, basically, in order to deal with those effectively.
He's doing a decent job here, not taking too many hits. He should maybe try and rotate this full health one to the front, actually, so maybe he tanks a little bit. But the problem is he just doesn't have enough goons. You can see they don't actually kill the Zealots that fast. So most of the Zealots are actually just going to ignore him and go straight for the base. But the thing is, eventually with good micro, he will be able to pick off these Zealots and should not actually lose any Dragoons. So I don't think this is actually a good idea from Kust, unless he's mainly trying to get a scout. I mean, this is just a suicide mission, and I don't think he's actually going to kill that much.
I think he wants to just buy time in order to get his DTs out, because he strongly feels, and he's right, that now Dion Max will not have any detection, because of course the robot went down, and he can't really afford to rebuild another one right now. He's just having to try and expand to try and match Kust economically, so he hasn't been able to rebuild his robo yet, finally making a forge, and I think he knows now that something's up, because he's seen that mass zealot count and hasn't seen a single gas unit yet, so he must know that DTs are what's on the way. But the first 2 DTs are already on the way out, and the forge is not yet done, so those DTs could actually get into the natural, camp it, and make a real problem for Dion Max.
Man, that was... I still don't agree with that move by the Zealots, though. I mean, he just threw away like a full control group of Zealots and killed like a probe or something, or 2 probes.
But would he have lost his natural expansion in the meantime? He may have lost his natural expansion. I think maybe he was just desperately trying to buy time so that natural didn't fall, because otherwise, no matter how much damage the DTs did, he was going to have a hard time.
This is true, but the thing is, I think these goons can just break this anyway. There's only 3 cannons. The DTs are actually, I think they hit one of these Dragoons, so now he knows, and the Goons actually sort of bugged out and went the long way. He needs all 8 Dragoons here to bust this. No, maybe he doesn't actually. He's just going for it. Only 2 cannons are finished. He's actually just going to take this down. See, this is the issue. This is why if he had kept those Zealots alive, he could help defend, but now the DT counterattack, unless it does substantial damage, is going to be thwarted. The thing is, he can, even though there's a DT hitting these Goons, he needs to micro the Goons away to reduce the damage. Looks like is going to block this cannon in the main base, so he's not going to lose either of his mineral lines, and he's going to try and do as much damage with these Dragoons as possible right now, which could be a lot. He can just keep running around and avoiding the DT hits. He is going to lose these eventually, but if he can kill, you know, a dozen probes before these fall, that would be well worth it.
Yeah, and it's looking like the count is going to reach kind of more like in the area of 6 or 7, and then eventually those Dragoons are going to be dealt with. But that was an unfortunate bit of damage sustained by Kust, and this DT counterattack hasn't done too much. He's going to be able to take down the gateways, and it is going to be a little while before they can be flushed out. But it's not going to take care of any kind of highly important tech or delay the expansion or anything. So I think that Dion Max's cannon timing was, you know, right on the money, just as it needed to be. And so he's actually come out with this not looking too bad. He does have, oh, actually no, having said that, he is way behind now in supply. So of course he just lost his main Dragoon force. So this puts Kust quite significantly ahead economically and of course technologically as well.
Yeah, it looks like Robo just now finishing for Dion Max, who has basically rebuilt all his infrastructure around his natural, where the cannons actually cover stuff, and is now getting the observatory as well, but he's got like no units to even clear this out, so it's going to be a little while before he's being in control of his main base. Meanwhile, it looks like Kust actually loading up for a DT drop. He might try and drop directly on the cannons. The problem with that is it's actually 2 cannons here. If there was only a single cannon, this would be an easy kill move. But I'm not actually sure if the reaction from Dion Max is good and he instantly blocks with probes. I think he'll be okay. I'm not actually sure how this works out with 3 DTs against 2 cannons. That
could be 5 DTs though. There's still 2 in the main base and 3 in the shuttle.
This is true.
So 5 DTs is going to be... you need a lot of cannons to deal with that. He's going to have to do some quick drilling to deal with this.
Yeah, that's going to be problematic. Wow, he's actually getting a hidden base at the top left, so... Oh god, this could just be insta game. Although he is going to have an observer out, though. So he does have an observer, and he's got 3 Dragoons. So it's probably not going to be the end of the game, although it could do significant damage. And here we go. The 2 DTs going in first. The shuttle going in right behind them, dropping the DTs on top of the cannons. The probes trying to block, but the first cannon instantly falls. The second cannon is going to fall very quickly as well, despite some admirable drilling. The shuttle is not going to fall. He needs the observer. The observer is here with the Dragoons, but he's going to lose a lot of probes in the meantime. No, never mind. Not that many.
Didn't lose many probes either. That was actually very nice defense by DMX. I still think he's gonna come out of that behind, but not nearly as behind as he was. Look at the supply even out over that little exchange there. We've got 50 now from DMX and only 52 from Kust, whereas previously Kust was like 15 supply ahead, especially at that stage of the game, which is a big deal. Still, he's got the technological advantage. Now loading up a storm drop with the shuttle. It did survive, however, it may get seen on the way across the map. No, those Dragoons look like going straight through the middle. So this is kind of even things out. If he can be quick on the pull with the probes right here so he doesn't lose too many to the storm drop, then he could actually be in decent shape to get back into this game.
This shuttle keeps flying near this top left nexus too. It's like so ridiculously close, but not close enough to see it. Like there's no reason for him to actually go all the way to the corner. And look at this, a bit of a counterattack from DNMAX's goons is going to stop this third base from going up for Kust. So, you know, with this hidden base, he's technically a base ahead, although he can't actually transfer probes there to start mining. But at least if he starts mining the gas, he'll have a significant gas advantage, which once he gets to Templar Archives will be pretty significant, getting those Archons. But here we go, the Storm Drop is getting ready. I don't think Storm is quite done yet. Yeah, he needs to wait about 10 more seconds maybe for this Storm research to finish, and then he can go in, and this could be quite deadly. There are a couple of cannons here, but he's got a Zealot in there to tank the hits. So, well, we'll have to see what goes on here. Looks like Goon's poking in the front, but can't really do much.
Yeah, I'm worried that that's taking DMX's focus too far away from his natural expansion, which is where it really needs to be.
Going in.
He needs to be there now. He needs to see it immediately.
Storm!
Otherwise,
Oh, it's pretty successful.
I'd say that was fairly successful. Not hugely successful. I mean, he could have got the whole bunch of probes, and DMX was a little bit indecisive. He kind of took his probes through, and then he took them back. He was waving them around a little bit, but some of them did survive, which is not something you can always say for a storm drop. So not too bad, and he does have that top left-hand base up now as well. So if that top left-hand base can survive, and he can, you know, not die in the meantime, then he could actually be in pretty good shape, because it's just taken so long for Kust to get to a point where he can actually start to produce a decent army. He's just been so harassment focused up until this point, because he's really had to be, but now he can start to produce some real units, and DNMAX needs to really match that, otherwise he's going to find himself very easily overrun.
Yeah, this is actually quite interesting. Somehow the top left has a decent number of probes now. The third base only just now going up for Kust. Meanwhile, the Goon's going to go there, probably deny that again, although actually no, I think there's enough units now for Kust to defend that. But yeah, the supplies are very interesting. It's kind of weird because like DNMAX's saturation didn't even look that great to begin with, and yet somehow he's still sort of okay on the probe count. So kind of a weird thing going on. By the way, I want to point out that the gateway placement in Kust's main is quite pretty, although not necessarily the most efficient, but it looks nice.
Yeah, it does. It's very flowery, and that looks awesome actually up at the top there. I like that. Very Harangi style. Makes me happy. Makes me happy inside.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
See, elegant. Harangi would have made use of all the available space. You can see the problem is there's a lot of empty space in this. That's what I said. See, as a fellow connoisseur of gateway placement, I'm not the most approving. I mean, yes, the aesthetics are good, but the efficiency is slightly lacking.
The efficiency is a bit low. That's true. Harangi would have done better.
Yeah, he would have made it look prettier and more efficient.
Yeah. Oh, I love that kid. But it could also be the fact that DLMAX has been producing off three Nexus, whereas Kust has only been producing off 2. DLMAX has had that extra Nexus for a while now, so of course his probe count gets better, faster than that of his opponent. So even though he's been harassed quite heavily, he's still being able to replenish significantly faster. And now he's popping out a shuttle of his own. He's going to do some harassment for himself, which could be a good moment, as long as he can not die in the meantime. He does have quite an inferior force, especially if he takes all that storm away with him, but it looks like he's not going to. It's just the DT. Oh, I spoke too soon. In go the High Templar. He's going to need those High Templar to defend right away, otherwise he's going to get stormed to death.
Here we go. The attack is coming in here. He's got 3 High Templar. Is he going to drop these? Yes, he's going to drop these High Templar and use them for defense. There we go. Storms on both sides. Really good storms for DNMAX. Not so much. Sorry, for Kust rather, not so much for DNMAX, and DNMAX's army gets shredded there at the front. Is this enough units, though, to actually break? Because there's more High Templar in the back, but they don't quite have enough energy for Storm. They're all 4 fresh High Templar. They need like 3 more energy each. The shuttle goes down, but he's got 4 High Templar. They all do now have a Storm, so I think he'll be okay here. Very good attack, but the very crucial thing, Elegant, about DNMAX's third is that it is a hidden third. So from Kust's perspective, he's a base up right now because he's got his third base running, and he blocked the 3 o'clock with a pylon earlier. So Kust thinks that he has a significant economic advantage now, as well as a military advantage, but that is in fact not the case.
Yeah, and this kind of thing can often be deceptive because it can be hard to judge just how much effect, for example, storm drops and DT drops have actually had on your opponent in real world terms. And when you don't know about something, here we go, the probe's heading up to stuff down the corner. He's going to be a bit more clued in from this point onwards, but I don't think he'll be able to deal with that anytime soon. As long as DMX can put out a decent army, but he needs an army to defend that. He cannot just cannon up and gateway up there. He needs units, otherwise. That's just about to get stomped on. There's a whole delegation of zealots going over there to deal with it, but I think they actually might be able to do the trick. DMX just looking a bit too late, and where's that shuttle going? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But does he see it though? DMX wasn't paying attention. He didn't actually notice. He was not paying attention. Meanwhile, the Zealots going into the top left base, probably going to force a probe evacuation. And it looks like DMX is not even confident enough in his army to send that over to help defend, which is kind of problematic. He is building DTs at the base, but the gateway is going to end up unpowered. But here's a storm drop into the natural storm. There's actually not that many probes here for him to even storm. Looks like going to rescue the High Templar at least, only losing the one Zealot from that drop and going to go back around. There is, for some random reason, a Stargate here in the main gaze, possibly for Arbiters. The second pylon that's supposed to get these DTs out is going to die at the top left, so no emergency DT defense possible.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do right there. He simply does not have the army to get out and defend that. He would probably just get crushed as soon as he moves out. He's got double forward going in his base as well, but interesting not actually doing any research from them. But here we go, the shuttle moving over to the left-hand side now where it's going to have a lot more joy. There are a lot of probes to be taken down there. There is one cannon. As long as he doesn't fly directly into it, he should be just fine. And this could be a devastating storm drop. If he can get a good drop off here, this could be a real game changer as long as he can hold on back in his natural expansion. And here it goes. In it comes. Will it be good?
Oh, this should be very good. There's no reaction at all from Goose Storm, and he gets the whole probe line. Let's see, 7, 11, 18 kills, but the problem is the front. Yeah. The front is being broken right now. Does he have enough units? He does. A good Storm on the choke point in the natural, but he just doesn't have enough stuff. He's only got a couple of cannons in the back, but he's got the shorter reinforcement route. Will he be able to pump out enough units? He should just be pumping out Zealots or possibly DTs as fast as possible right now, but he's getting broken down. His top left base is completely gone. And I think Koos probably has the game right here. A nice storm drop is not going to be quite enough when he's losing his entire base.
Yeah, not even close. You need your main, man. You need your main. And this is going to be absolutely curtains for DMX. And this is going to be incredibly frustrating for him. He has lost the game with 2,000 in minerals in the bank.
Oh my god.
So I cannot quite explain why he was trying to make so many gateways up in the top left-hand corner instead of just making them in his main base. Because that's really cost him here. Without those gateways, he just hasn't had the macro power and hasn't been able to repel Koos's attacks properly. Because if all that extra cash in the bank was units, then he would have been laughing right there. There would be no way that Koos would be able to try something as daring as just a front break like that. It just simply wouldn't have worked.
I found the true reason that DMX has lost this game actually.
What critter did he kill?
It is that probe in the top left that is trapped behind the minerals. You just can't get out. It is that probe, guys. GG from DMX. GG, couldn't use the probe.
Oh my goodness.
If he had that probe, he could have built 2 more pylons and had DTs to defend that base, I'm telling you.
Exactly.
There's that probe.
Sayle always cracks the code.
Oh man.
Wow, so yeah, pretty interesting back and forwards first game right there. DMX versus Koos. I thought DMX had a bit more in the tank at the end there. It's a bit disappointing that he died with so many minerals in the bank.
I mean, he was definitely winning the game. Like when that third base was up and running and he started building the gateways there, like he was in a really good shape. But then of course losing that base and not being able to produce from all 4 of those gateways, as you said, was pretty bad.
Yeah, he was looking really good at that point. If he just his macro never really got running. His army was just tiny, always. His army was always tiny, even when he was being really, when Koos was really bearing down on him. But it could have been so much better for him there. So I think he'll be pissed off there to have lost that one. And I mean, I'm quite impressed by him in a way because DMX is not a player I remember as being a particular contender, whereas Koos, well, not that I remember Koos either, but apparently he is a pretty good player on his day. So.
Well, DMX took out True Touch, so he's got that.
Yeah, that's true. DMX could be the surprise player of this tournament.
He's got that. Anyway, let's go into the next game. Who's it going to be? It's going to be a ZVZ this time between Eon Zerg and Zero.
Oh, that's cool. Eon Zerg, Zeke Killer. Does Zero have any chance?
I don't know, man. It's ZVZ best of 1. Anything can happen, dude. I mean, even Keontae could beat one of these guys with his good old 9-hatch Zergling all in. Yeah, it's not true, but still. But still, it's possible. Anyway,
Yeah.
Here we go. Game number 2 on Fighting Spirit.
Let's do it.
Alright. Eon Zerg.
Alright, so yeah, coming in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have Mr. Zero, and that's with 3 Z's. Or Z's, I should say, stay true to my roots. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have Mr. Eon Zerg coming in as the Blue Zerg. Both players, of course, going to be scouting in the wrong direction, because that's just life as Zerg. You don't have a huge number of choices. Overlord, we get an Overlord, send it somewhere close by, so if you cross positions, it's always going to go a little bit pear-shaped. And out they go into the black. And now Sayle here is the relative master of ZVZ, well, compared to me, because he had lessons, guys. He had lessons.
It's the blind leading the blind, Elegant. That's what it is right here.
It's a slightly less blind. You're a guy with a stick.
Well, actually, what it really is the blind leading the blind leading the blind, because we're supposed to be leading the viewers, right?
Oh, yeah.
So really, nobody has any idea what's going on.
Kind of adds to the joy. Yeah, that just makes it more fun. You don't get that in Korean commentary.
Exactly. You miss all these awesome moments where we call, over pulls, 9 pulls, and things like that.
Yeah, we do that a lot. Watch out for that.
Okay. First test, Elegant. What are the builds?
We've got 9 pull coming in at the bottom left-hand corner from Eon Zerg, and up the top right-hand corner, unknown as of yet, we have an Overlord coming in from Zero. I'm way on top of this.
Oh, well done. You see that, guys? See that, guys? We didn't mess up yet. How good is that? We can still mess up though, because Zero hasn't decided to build yet. All right, it's 12.
Yeah, don't tune out just yet.
12 something. Oh, what's it gonna be?
It's gonna be 12 hat. No.
Oh, Elegant.
Why did I say 12 hat?
To be fair, like when he built it, it was like 230 minerals or something. So it's like slightly late. It could have been a 12 hatch.
Yeah, that was legitimate, I think, in my opinion. Now we have the gas going down as well. So yeah, we'd like to see earlier speed from Eon Zerg, and of course Zero with the way his build is. Am I correct in thinking that it would be possible for him not to go for speed at all in this kind of scenario? Oh no, although he is making an expansion, so I was thinking maybe if he was going for a 1-base kind of deal, then maybe he would just skip speed entirely with that later gas. But no, he's going to be going for.
Well, you're not completely wrong, because I think if you go 12 pull expand, it is maybe possible to go lair before speed if you're just going to be super defensive with the lings. But I think,
to be really defensive.
Yeah, but I think it's probably more common to still get the speed first anyway, and he would be happy if he did that, because he's facing a 9 pull with speed, obviously, from Eon Zerg, so that could be some sad times for him. Anyway, let's see. Is he going to get speed straight away? Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is. Okay, so that's going to be good. But this is where it can be relatively easy for players to trip up. If there's an obvious skill difference, then this can be a little bit of a tricky situation where you're having to defend around that hatchery. It is, of course, a slight advantage to be in the defensive position in this situation. But even still, one mistake and you're right up against it, because that hatchery is very valuable. And here we could see a mistake from Zero right away. He actually didn't get in a good position with his Zerg engagement. That's exactly what I was talking about. Now he has a 2 Zergling deficit, and that's going to be quite hard for him to catch up when Eon Zerg just continues to make the Zerglings and stream them forward into the natural expansion.
See, the good thing for Zero is that they're cross positioned, so at least he has a little bit more time. By the way, for anyone wondering how Eon Zerg knew to send all his Zerglings directly cross map, it's because his first Overlord saw nothing top left, and he assumed that if his opponent Zero was at the bottom right, he would have seen Zero's first Overlord going towards his base with the second Overlord. So he knew straight away that his opponent was cross map without even scouting the bottom right.
But this is already a really horrible position for Zero. There's no way at this point he's going to be able to save that natural expansion. He's just got 2 outnumbered at this point. And that's the kind of difference it can make when the Zergling first engagement is just that little bit unfavorable. Then it can get so nasty so quickly. He's going to have to get some drones out there and try and save it. But realistically, there's no way that those 2 drones are going to be the decider with this number of lings in it. He's just going to have to pull back and try and do something clever off 1 base.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure where he was going just there when he moved out of his natural and randomly lost the lane. Maybe he's trying to intercept reinforcements. I mean, it's kind of a weird move there.
Yeah, a little bit strange. I didn't really see it going anywhere. Oh my goodness, and here we could actually see Eon Zerg break all the way up the ramp. It looks like he's going to do exactly that, take down 1 drone. That's the 2nd drone he's got so far. He's going to be able to get this 3rd drone as well. Oh, bang, down it goes. Very valuable commodity down the drain for Zero. He's going to have to do some clever drone drilling right here. Still losing the Zergling engagement, though, even in his own mineral line. This could be it right here for poor hapless Zero. This has not been a good game for him.
Yeah, I think this game is pretty much over. As soon as the Lings broke up the ramp and there was no sunken in the base, there's pretty much nothing he could do. Well, I think really once he lost the hatchery, natural hatchery, that was pretty much game. Unfortunately, just a case of losing out on the Ling micro battle here, with Eons are proving superior. 12 pool should be able to hold 9 pool, but just unfortunately not getting the good early engagements. Not actually pulling the drones until very late, surprisingly. Maybe he misread the build or something. Maybe he thought it was never pull.
It's much more common, isn't it, to see the drones pulled much earlier than that. I mean, they're an integral part of the defense when you're facing down against the 9 pool, so it must be the fact that he misread the builds. I can't really imagine how else he would have made such a mistake. Because Zero, of course, is a very experienced player. We've seen him around a lot, so it's surprisingly he's made that kind of mistake. But now all Eonzeg has to do is just camp that main base, and he's going to have no trouble at all. As soon as his muters pop, then he's going to be all over this. There's no air defense whatsoever from Zero.
Yep, Zero just trying to hold on as best he can, but he's dead. And GG from Zero. So Eonzeg takes down another ZBZ here in the round robin stage, and is looking pretty good. I don't know if Eonzeg's actually lost the game yet.
Yeah, I don't think he has. I'm just having a look at the brackets now. I can't see from the results Eonzeg losing any game. He's looking pretty solid, and that includes games against Ziki, against Koost, you know, decent players. So he hasn't just been facing kind of the weaklings of the bunch.
Oh wait, no. He lost against Scan. There we go. Yeah, he got bunker rushed by Scan. We actually I casted that game. I don't know if you were there.
Oh,
but,
no, I wasn't there for that one.
Yeah, he got... Okay, I remember now. Yeah, he okay, so that's the only game he lost. Actually, this nice grid on Liquipedia is up to date, so you guys can check this out if you want.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
But yeah, he did lose against Scan.
All that shows is Scan's bunker rushing him. That just shows that Scan's scared of him. That's all that is. Clearly, Eonzeg is a superior player.
Exactly, yeah.
Expect big things,
Even
guys.
Scan fears the Eon.
Mighty Scan. It's really interesting actually to have a Korean player like Scan in the tournament, because of course Scan's been out of things for a long time as far as we've been concerned. A long time. So it's really curious to kind of have him performing in this and see how he does. And it looks so far like he's going to be, not going to lie, definitely one of the strongest of the pack.
Hey man, all we need is a couple of Protoss players to DT rush him and we'll be fine.
Yeah, who is that? Right. Was that Koost?
Yes, that was
Koost.
That was
Koost. Jumpering things up for us in absence of actual jumper. That's why I've never heard of Koost before, because his jumper's Smurf.
Exactly. I told you guys Jumper would win the tournament. Nobody ever listens to me.
Yeah, and then he went DTs again against Dion Max. I smell a Smurf.
You see? You see what I'm saying?
It.
Jumper's gonna win because Jumper always wins.
Jumper, he is cloaked. You don't know who he is.
You know, speaking of Dion Max, you know who's in our next game, Elegant?
Go on.
It's gonna be Julia against Dion Max.
Prepare for anger.
And it's gonna be Andromeda. Oh man, I hope he goes Sarah Reaver into Sarah DT.
Yeah, I hope that.
That'd be pretty sick. Just like drop 2 Reavers in the front and 4 DTs in the back. Oh, good times.
That'd be tasty.
Alright, so here we go. Game number 3 of the day. Dion Max and Julia. Oops. Alright.
Okay, I'll do a little bit of pulling out action. In the top left-hand corner, spawning in as the Purple Zerg, we have AO, aka Julia. And Dion Max, I feel like he's saying no lag, just so that the viewers know that it's definitely not lagging if Julia later tries to claim that there was terrible lag.
Or possibly so that Wallace knows he can stay, but you know, I like your theory better.
Yeah, I think it's a good theory because Julia is one of those guys who is constantly claiming lag. I mean, I don't want to, you know, raise any backs or anything, but Julia.
No. Slight addendum. It's only when he loses.
Yeah, only when he loses.
Yeah, if he won, there was no lag.
Yeah, otherwise, mana game. Yeah.
But if he loses, man, it's definitely the lag.
It's apocalypse if he loses. It's not quite Alfio bad, but it's pretty bad.
Is that the standard of bad that we're using? Alfio bad?
Alfio is the king of bad. Like, he doesn't... Julia rages, but he doesn't post nasty pictures or anything like that. He's good.
Alfio rages even when like he doesn't even play the game. Like he's not even playing, and he just still rages anyway. Like, what are you even raging about? You weren't even in the game.
Oh god. Oh yeah, we've had some trouble with him in the past, haven't we?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a tricky individual. But yeah,
it's next level.
His metagaming rage. And here we have an interesting opening from Dion Max. We have the gateway before Forge. Now this is quite a good opening. This has never been common, but it was introduced quite a long time. I think it's been seen a lot kind of throughout the kind of Forge Fast Expand era. It's just kind of another way of doing it. It's quite micro intensive though, and you have to really know the build in some good detail. Oh no, actually look at this. He's going for a 2-gate option. Beg your pardon. I thought he was going for the Gateway Expand, but he's actually going for the 2-gate. So what does this tell us, Sayle, on a 4-player map for DRMax going 2-gate?
It tells us that the game's lagging. I mean,
that's probably it.
To be fair, if the game is lagging, you see 2 gates more often. But but actually, just continuing your point about the 1-gate expand, I was wondering whether that was the case, because I don't think gateway first expand is good unless you can make a completely tight wall with just the gateway and the forge and the pylon.
Yeah.
Which is not the case.
You can make just a 1 zealot space gap.
Yeah, exactly. But that's essentially what I meant. So just being able to block with 1 zealot, and yeah, I think Jangbi actually made it sort of popular in the later days of Forge Fast Expand as an alternative to that on certain maps.
And it is good. It is good if you do it. But yeah, not necessarily on this map. I think you're actually right.
And the main problem with this now, though, the 2-gate, is that it's been scattered immediately by this overlord. So it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, damn. And this is actually going to be a little bit tricky because the first zealot is is out and about.
Where's the first zealot? Oh, there it is.
It's over in the enemy base. Well, there's a whole lot of Zerglings coming into DMX's main, which is a little bit awkward for him because he needs these two zealots to pop out right now and do him some saving action. So here they go, but he's actually not taking them back into his own main. This could be immediate suicide.
He's just gonna rely on having Gosu probe micro. All right, let's see if he lives up to the task here. If he has like Bisu level probe control, that's actually a good idea, because if you're confident enough in your probe micro to just be able to defend against the Zergling attack, you should actually try and counterattack, because the Zealots are so slow that if the Zerg has really good micro, it's almost impossible for the Zealots to actually kill them anyway. So you might as well just counterattack.
But this kind of ugly thing can happen whereby you're trying to attack the lings and then you stack your probes and then you stack them back and then you haven't mined efficiently. It's just horrible. But look, he may actually do some decent stuff there. These lings are in some big trouble, but not before they've taken a lot of probes with them finally going down, but taking, like 4 or 5 probes with them first. And meanwhile, it doesn't look like DMX has been able to do any meaningful damage over at the other end of things. He's forced a lot of Zerglings. But that's probably more to Julia's favor than anything at this point, because DMX isn't even producing any more Zealots right now. And there's more lings coming his way, so I really don't know how he's going to be able to deal with this effectively anyway.
Yeah, this is pretty bad news. Although this one Zealot in the main base is actually just being a boss here. Oh, finally going to go down after 4 kills. That was pretty good, though. Let's see. Do we have any more Zealots? The next 2 Zealots, though. Oh, man, they're way too far away. Wait, no! He rallied 2 more Zealots to the front. That's why he's got no Zealots. I was wondering why these Zealots were so slow, because both players are just rallying everything to each other's bases.
I feel like that works out much better for Zerg. He's got far more production capability at this point. And DMX just going to try and straight up break his way in through the front. He's going to be able to take care of a few Zerglings on his way in. But I think those Zealots just don't have the strength left in them to really go very far. They're on very, very low health. And back in the main base, well, DMX is having to do a lot of probe drilling, lose a lot of mining time. It's not being very efficient at all. And he's going to lose a fair number of probes again before he's able to flush out the rest of these lings. And in the meantime, losing another Zealot and getting a second Zealot stuck as well and getting it drilled out, and I see, the Zealot's going down. Meanwhile, he's just having to micro like crazy back at his main. He's rallied his Zealots back finally.
Wait, there's only 5... Oh, wait, no, there they are. Okay, I thought there were like 5 drones, but they were apparently just transferring because they were running away from the Zealot. Okay, never mind. But you know what DMX's main problem with this game was? He didn't make any DTs. Alright? I mean, if you're a jumper smurf and you don't make DTs, I mean, how are you supposed to win games?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying, Sayle.
Right,
however, I think it's Koost who's really going to have to be representing Jumper in this tournament. DMX is just a pretender to the fake Jumper throne.
This is true.
Interestingly enough, the supplies are actually about even, but of course,
what?
I don't think that really tells the whole story. I mean, this probe count is not ideal, and the tech situation is certainly not ideal for poor DMX. And Julia's just coming out with more Zerglings now than he's going to be able to easily handle. He's got to get out there and do some defense, otherwise his gateway's going to go down. Oh
god, he's going to block it. He's going to block though. Where's the Zealots from the main? The Zealots from the main, he's coming out. Oh wait, he's doing a good job though, because for some reason Julia's just like ramming his Zerglings into this wall. That's not a good idea. He should have either baited the Zealots out by attacking the gateways, which is sort of what he's doing now, but after he's already lost all his Zerglings. Oh my god, He's gonna get the gateway, but he's gonna lose almost all his Zerglings. I don't think that was worth it for Julia.
I don't think that was cost efficient at all, although in the meanwhile he is producing more Zerglings, so he is going to have a really good foothold in order to keep trying to get in there. But if Dion Max is able to keep producing more Zealots, and even if you were able to get a Forge and some cannons up, then that would be really rough for Julia. Julia hasn't teched at all. He hasn't even mined any gas yet. He did start mining gas, but then he aborted that. And he's now just mining pure minerals and not taking any slices. So he's actually quite all in on this at this point. And Dion Max, I think, knowing this, is getting a Forge, which is a very, very sensible choice indeed. And his block is quite good. And he's rebuilt the gateway, of course, as he would do. So I don't know if that was effective at all for Julia. He may have just let Dion Max back into the game, bizarrely.
If Dion Max somehow gets like just one cannon behind this wall and blocks it with Zealots...
Oh, don't push out.
Oh no, where's he going? What are you doing? Come back! Why are you standing there, you idiots? Oh my god. Well, he just lost himself the game.
Yeah, he just threw the game away, guys.
What the hell was that?
Time.
Where were you going? You couldn't even do anything over there. Oh my god, you need to spell the cannon right now. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's too late. It's too late, you fool. Fool of a Protoss. Why would you leave your base? The base. Why would you leave it? GG!
Oh, damn it.
Oh man, Elegant is facepalming. You guys can't see it, but Elegant is doing the facepalm. He just did the double facepalm, guys. That's how he feels about the game.
Yeah, Dion Max earned that, man. Those 3 Zealots, they were crucial. They were where it was at.
The fails. Julia was mining no gas. He just needed 1 cannon. Because like 2 Zealots would block that wall. So with 4 Zealots, he could have blocked that for like a year.
Yeah, that would have survived any number of Lings coming at him. I'm just shocked that he would make that mistake because the 3 Zealots were there and then they just sort of moseyed on out and threw their lives away needlessly. It's just horrible. So again, another game which Dion Max probably should have won, but for one important detail. I mean, I guess before it was macro, this time it was letting his Zealots wander off. So he's on the edge, man. He's on the edge of being a really good player. But for one critical error. He's our tragic hero.
Mm-hmm. So that's just what we need, another tragic Protoss hero. It's just one more to the list.
It would be nice without the tragic bit.
I know, right? Just another almost for Protoss. Well, we got another chance here. We got another chance. We're throwing another Protoss at Julia. This time it's going to be Julia versus Lancer X.
Okay, Lancer X with his troll face is a man who can make Julia cross. Make us proud. Lancer X.
All right, here we go. Let's see if he lives up to it. It's going to be on Outsider, so that should be very interesting.
Let's do it.
By the way, someone just asking how many games are left. We do 9 games per day here for the round robin. I believe we're on game number 4.
Yeah.
So,
wow, we're really blasting through them today.
Yeah, we had 2 quick games. That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Is there any TVT coming up?
Well, we only got 1 Terran in the tournament,
oh, okay.
so that would be extremely impressive if we had a TVT.
Scan versus scan. How's it multitasking?
That'd be pretty sick.
That would be sick. I wonder if anyone could actually do an even halfway decent job of playing a game of StarCraft against himself. Probably not, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, like, you know, someone with sick multitasking like Bisu, he's got to be able to do it decently. Like, I bet Bisu playing a game against himself, like the skill level of each of his halves would be more than, you know, like an average IC Cup player. I'm pretty sure.
You might be right. I'd be really curious to see that.
Right?
Be really curious.
Like Bisu playing on 2 computers, I'm pretty sure it could be at least, you know, like sea level or something.
Yeah. That would be awesome. I'd really like that. Although, actually, he'd just be losing on one account and winning on another, so I don't know quite how the points would stack up there for that one.
I don't know.
Okay, this is a question for the philosophers, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably not us, judging by the standard of our assessment of the situation. We do have a bit of overpool action happening over from Mr. Julia up at the 12 o'clock. Oh, the map is Outsider, by the way. Outsider is a bugger of a map if you don't know how to play it, which almost nobody does. And actually, that was one of the problems we saw. Who was it the other week who was really just not playing to the map? Really good. Was it Zeki? Yeah, against Scan. It was Zeki who just really wasn't playing effectively to the map. He could have been doing some more lurk shenanigans and things like that, which, if you know how to play Outsider, you can so take advantage of it.
Elegant. We have more fails incoming. We had a 2-gate again.
What
the hell?
2-gate this guy.
Why? Oh yeah,
it's just he wants to get the back expansion.
Okay, but yeah, see, this is the thing. It's not as bad on this map because you have a narrow ramp. So like, if it doesn't go well, you can just block your ramp and expand behind, and you're fine. And Must is not happy because I guess it's a pull first, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay though, because I think this was an overpull expand, so as you can see, all 6 Zerglings couldn't be made at the same time. Like, there's a slight delay on the last set of Zerglings. So if I was Must, I'd actually be sort of okay with this.
Yeah, that doesn't work out too badly. He can definitely... Well, he can at least play it defensive and get his own expansion up. It's not the end of the world by any means. And he does have some offensive impetus. I mean, he can get out and about a little bit as long as he has a good enough zealot count. Because I doubt Julia will want to invest too heavily in lanes, but Must really can force that if he so chooses. And yeah, here he goes, sending his first 2 zealots out now. So let's see if he can actually do anything smart with these.
Why is his zealot timing weird? Did he not go 10-12? No, I think he went 10-11 or something. Because if he went 10-12, it should be like 1 zealot first, and then the second and third should come out, right? You shouldn't have 2 zealots on the map.
Yeah, no, that's just weird. That's really weird.
His zealot timing isn't synced, which is kind of strange. I think it was like a 10-11 or something.
Yeah, and now Julia popping out more lings, which is exactly what Must would want. He's not going to be able to kill Julia with these 3 zealots, but hopefully for him he can do some decent damage. If he can catch the lings at a decent moment, then he might actually be able to do something good here. And as we can see, Julia having to make lots of extra lings that he wouldn't have wanted to make, having to make a creep colony that he wouldn't have wanted to as well, and Must keeping his zealots in a relatively good position. He needs to not get surrounded here though. He's running the risk, but now with 4 zealots in there, he may actually be able to do some good damage against his lings. Zealots can tank so much.
Oh man.
Doing a nice job.
Oh
nice.
man, he didn't lose a single zealot there. Holy moly. I thought he got caught in a bad position. I was wondering if he should have fought in between the hatcheries to give himself, like, you know, use the SimCity against the Zerg. Oh god, he's running into the main. He's running into the main. Is he going to lose? No, he only loses 1 zealot to the Sunken, but 2 of them are heavily damaged here, although the other 2 are at full HP. How much damage can they do? The other red zealot is going to fall here, and it looks like, oh, only 1 zealot left, but it's going to be enough. He's going to barely win, maybe?
Oh, no. Zealot. Go on, 1 punch to Zergling. 1 punch to Zergling. You know you want to do it. 1 more punch.
Punch it.
1 more punch. Ah, it's got left behind. It won't be such a hero zealot today. 5 kills on that zealot though is manly enough. Die in peace, mighty zealot. And meanwhile,
okay. He'll come back as a dragoon.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll see him back here in a minute, breaking down Julia's front door. That'll make everybody happy.
He's still alive though.
Yeah, he's still going for it. He's not going without.
Look at this guy go! Run, zealot! Look at the Zerglings. They can't attack him. You can do it, zealot. I believe. I believe. Look at him go! Oh, it's the Usain Bolt zealot. He doesn't even have leg speed, but he doesn't need it. Look at this guy! Holy shit! Look, he's still look. The other Zergling just gave up. He's just like, fuck this, man. I'm not attacking the zealot. I can't get him. Look at him. He's regenerating all his shields.
That's such a boss of a zealot. Look, he's on way more health now. If he does this for long enough, then maybe he can win a head-to-head. We all know that's not going to happen, but we can dream. Meanwhile, we have a little bit of Zergling run-by coming in at Must's front door, which might mean he has to actually stop microing that zealot for a second and just deal with something important instead. And those Zerglings running away all the way into his main. And yeah, the zealot Julius.
Oh no, he died.
He died. And Must just having to turn his attention to things back at home. And trying to flush out those things.
Man, so sad. That guy was going so strong.
Yeah, he was doing
man,
well.
could you imagine if he just like survived to full shields and just like started killing the entire drone line, and then like Julia just didn't pay attention because he just assumed it was dead?
Oh, what an awesome scenario that would actually be.
Oh,
and we have a little bit of probe transfer action going through those fresh Zerglings incoming, but actually Must losing track of his main mineral line a little bit, letting some probes actually get killed by this little bit of a Zergling run-by, which has proven difficult to iron out. And now, it could be an interesting kind of trajectory at this point for Must, because as we can see, he still doesn't have natural gas, so it's going to be tricky for him to get any really meaningful tech out at any decent speed. So I'd imagine he's going to have to go for either Corsairs or DTs, one or the other, but he definitely couldn't go for both at this stage.
Man, he lost so many probes here to these like slowing run-bys. I don't even know how that's possible. All he had to do was just attack with the probes and it would have been better than that. Hey, we do have a lair coming out on the other side, and as you say, the tech for the Protoss is severely delayed, and not only that, but the Zerg knows it's delayed because the Zergling's been running around in the main base the whole time. So he knows what's going on, although it looks like he's going to lose this one Overlord for no good reason, actually, because he already had a scout of this Protoss base. I don't know why this Overlord was in a bad position, but uh-oh, we got a lot of Zerglings going in again. There's a lot of Zerglings. There's a Photon Cannon warping in. I don't know if it's going to be in time, though.
Musk's going to definitely have to drill out. He's going to have to make really good use of his probes. That's not too many Zerglings, but against those 4 Zealots, they should just about have enough firepower if he positions them well, which he should do. He's got all the time in the world, but it looks like he's not even that keen on coming in, and that Proton Cannon is probably going to finish in good time, which is surprising because he does have an Overlord hovering over there, so he should be able to see exactly what's up. And here we go, that's what he was waiting for. He's waiting for the Link Speed to come in. He's going straight into the mineral line, though. That's curious. It all depends now on how many probes he can catch, but nice drill right there from Musk. He's going to be able to prevent most of these from getting into the main. Very well dealt with right there by our Protoss, and he just needs to get the Dragoon back, and he should be able to defend this fairly cleanly, hopefully without losing too many probes. Interestingly, sending the Zealots back instead. Don't know if that's the best idea.
Oh man, he's lost 1 more probe already, and we already saw how poorly he defended against Slowlings. I really hope these 4 Speedlings don't just kill everything in his base. They're also giving him a full scout. They see actually that there's a Citadel built and no Stargate, so that's going to be pretty bad if the Zerg's going for Mutas. Is he going for Mutas? Yeah, he's going for Mutas. I thought he might be. And so that's why I'm a little bit curious about this choice to go straight Citadel from the Protoss. I mean, the general Zerg follow-up to this kind of 2-gate opening is to go Mutas.
Yeah. Yeah, and at this point, Julia is also throwing down 2 extra mineral bases, curiously, which makes me think he's probably going to transition out of this fairly quickly, but it may not even matter, to be honest, because Must just really doesn't have anything to deal with this, and that's such a common indicator as well of Mutas incoming when you see this big Zergling run by, because he wants to get in there and he wants to take care of any cannons warping in the main mineral line just to really hammer home the advantage of those Mutalists. So this should really have alerted Lancerex, and yeah, it looks like Must is now on the ball. He's throwing down 2 photon cannons in his main, and that's just what he's going to need. Any fewer than that, and he would be in serious trouble against the first round of Mutas, which are on their way now. And Julia should be able to seize a good advantage and get some nice map control in the meantime, even if he doesn't kill Must right here.
I actually really like this double expand from Julia. I mean, the one in the back of his main is completely safe, so technically he's not even a double expand. Well, it doesn't have the risk of a double expand, because he only has to defend the one on the left. And obviously the mineral only doesn't even give him gas, so the gas base is more important anyway. But here come the Mutas now, flying towards the natural. Additional cannons, no, 1 additional cannon being made. It's actually slightly mattering his gas, but not the end of the world. And here we go, he's going straight into the main base. There are going to be 3 cannons though, so I think that should be fine here, although he's just going to kill more probes here. That's really what he's after, and he's been doing such a good job the whole game, both with the, already with the Zerglings, keeping the probe count low. Look how few probes there are actually on both mineral lines. Oh man, that's a horrible probe saturation.
Yeah, really poor probe saturation. He needs to not lose that Corsair. He needs some kind of meaningful Corsair count. Otherwise, he's just not going to be able to keep these Mutas off. Must, please take care of your Corsair. Lots of probes going down right here, which is something he really can't afford. As you say, his probe count is absolutely rock bottom at this stage. Those Mutas are just going to keep coming and doing more damage. They've taken care of almost the entire natural mineral line, and it wouldn't even matter if they go down now, just because they've done so much damage. Quite a lot of the Muta count being lost, but it's not too important, as I said, because the economy from Must is absolutely rock bottom now, and Julia can just produce an alarming rate as soon as he's droned up a little bit. However, nice little dash out right here from some speed lots over on the left-hand side. Must is going to be able to take down this base before Julia even knows too much about it. So that is one of his few saving graces so far in this game, and this kind of guerrilla warfare may just help him stay in it.
And we have a Robo Elegant. I think it's going to be Sayle Reaver here.
I like it.
Almost certainly. And of course, because Julia actually took the back expansion that was closer to the Protoss, it's going to be so easy for him to drop this with Reavers actually. So
I like that.
I don't know why he took this base instead of the 12 o'clock.
And it's cool, you know, because that's Must playing to the map. This is exactly the kind of thing that's great on this map, because you have so little mobility with the Hydralisks. Not too great if you start losing your Corsairs piecemeal like that. He needs to make sure he tries to maintain some decent Corsair numbers. But yet the Hydralisks really don't have the mobility to get around and hunt down the shuttle in the same way as they do on many other maps. A lot of the areas are actually blocked off. So Must, has some great opportunities to get in here, but Julia should be on the case. He does have good scouting, and he has been able to deal fairly well with the Corsair count. He's managed to kill 1 or 2 up till now, so not too bad for him. And it should be a while before Must is able to really effectively deal with a Muta Scourge force. So he's going to have to be very, very careful, at least for the foreseeable future.
This is actually really interesting because Julius has taken another mineral only, even though he's going like mass air, which is very gas heavy. So I don't know how he expects to afford this. I mean, in one sense, it's like, well, because he's got the Air Force, it's easier to defend. Oh, God, losing another Corsair there. In one sense, it's like, well, he's got the Air Force, so it's easier to defend those back bases. But on the other hand, it's like, if they don't provide gas, they're not even that useful if you're going for mass mutas. So yeah, that's kind of weird. Anyway, it looks like going to go in here once again, be quite aggressive. He really needs to be a bit careful though, because the mutas are really his only army. I mean, he's upgrading like a range attack and carapace now for his ground forces, but he doesn't have any hydras yet. He's just now making his first hydras.
He has a few underneath the overlords on his natural ramp. He does have a little.
Okay, yeah.
So he's not completely out of options there. He is doing a fairly good job with mutas as well, still keeping the economy low for for Must, excuse me, but it really depends on him not losing too much stuff once these Reavers pop out, because Must is going to have a good opportunity to do some serious damage to those Reavers before the Hydra count gets too significant. So he's going to have to take advantage of that. Otherwise, this economical deficit is going to be just too much for him to overcome, I think. So Julia is kind of approaching a really good situation here, whereby his Hydra count is just too much, and Must won't be able to do enough with Harass to enable him to get any kind of foothold with an army.
Okay, this is kind of crazy because Julia is just expanding towards a Protoss again, taking the double gas like even closer to the base. So yeah, I don't know if that's ballsy or just dumb. But on the other hand, we actually have a really late +1 air weapons here for these Corsairs. He actually got ground weapons before air weapons, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever if you're going for Corsair Reaver.
Oh no, and the shuttle actually got scouted. It's only containing a DT at this point, but the Mutas are hanging over, and they're going to be able to head it off very, very nicely. Oh, poor shuttle, where are the Corsairs when you need them? This is getting bad. He needs to keep that shuttle alive. That is not happening. Easily dealt with by the Mutas right there.
No, the Corsairs should not engage! Oh wait, maybe they should. Wait, what? Oh, all the Scourge must have hit one Corsair. There were enough Scourge there, I think, to kill all this. Wow, these Corsairs, they don't have +1, they're only 4, and somehow they came out ahead in that engagement. I guess there weren't actually that many Mutas there either, so, huh.
Yeah. Really not too many Mutas there at all. I guess Julia just wasn't really paying attention. And there's really poor Overlord coverage actually from Julia at each of his bases. So DT drops can actually be really advantageous for Must at this point. He really needs to use every avenue of harassment that he's got, otherwise he's not going to be able to get a decent position again in this game. He does have a Reaver right now, but again, he's going to have to make another shuttle before he can do any of that kind of thing. He just has one DT wandering around, but that's really not good enough. He needs to get some shuttle action out here, otherwise just these bases are untouchable for him, and the Corsairs are going to be forced to fly home. They're not going to get so lucky twice. And this is where Julia can really start to maintain air dominance, and this is where it starts to get bad for a Protoss player.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird game so far, though. Lots of crazy things like that attack happening. Also, we got fairly late shuttle speed coming in for the Protoss as well. The 6 o'clock base did get scouted by a couple of Scourge, but not too much Julia can do about that because he's sort of committed to going mass Hydra because he doesn't have enough gas. I mean, he did get the double gas, but again, he's only mining the 1 gas right now, and he's going to lose that fairly quickly once the next shuttle comes out. Although, actually, wait. Okay, no, there's another Reaver being built, but no more shuttles still. So actually he's going to hold on to that for a little while here. But wow, a lot of Hydras actually coming out. I don't really see this attack doing very much, though, with a Reaver at the front.
Yeah, probably not too much. It's a fairly strong position for Must at this point, but I don't know. A strong defensive position doesn't mean too much if you don't have really a foothold to make any
he's
dent
going to
in the game.
drop.
Oh, he is, but if this
Corsairs?
is scouted, if this was scouted, it would be a big deal. The Corsairs are in the natural; they're all just sitting around on their Corsair asses. If Corsairs even have such a thing, he's going for a little sniff about now, but he's going to miss this. He's going to miss this. There's a whole bunch of Overlords coming into his third base, and there's nothing he's going to be able to do about it. Heading over there now with his Corsairs, but it's going to be too little, too late. There is no way he can prevent this at this point, and he needs to not lose all his Corsairs. Oh my God, Must, please don't do this! Please don't do this! This is horrible.
What the hell? Oh my God. Wow, I think he only lost 3 there somehow, but yeah, he only killed like 1 Overlord, so probably not worth it. Meanwhile, the 1 DT is just like running around on the left side. Oh, he did actually kill a drone that was presumably trying to make an expansion, so that's pretty good. But now he's
just making expansions.
Wait, why is he taking this base in the middle of the map? He's got no ground army. How could he possibly hold this base? What the hell?
That one here, DT, is gonna do the holding.
I
think Must is really dropping the ball on this one. I have to be honest.
He at least cleaned up the force in his main base though, so that's good.
He's going to lose more Corsairs in the process though, which really doesn't need to happen at all because they don't even need to be there. There's nothing for them. There's nothing for them to kill. So yeah, Must's going to be able to clean that up. And he's going to have to get back there and try and make another base. Somehow this base in the middle of the map is just not being dealt with at all. But Julius builds up a huge.
Oh, we got a Reaper on the right side.
Oh, so he could actually do something useful? No, he probably can't. There's too many Hydras in there now. He's going to be able to easily see that off. I think Must really missed his sweet spot, you know. When that first shuttle went down, he needed to make another ASAP and make some use of the low Hydra count, but he let it go for too long. He made a second Reaver in the meantime. He would have been better off making more cannons for defense and just trying to use his Reavers in a shuttle as best he possibly could, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, the early upgrades were, oh god, oh, the shuttle! Oh, loses the shuttle again. Might even lose this Reaver here. Yep, nice little Hydra spread. Gonna lose a shuttle and Reaver to just a straggling group of Hydralisks. Really nice exchange there for Julia. But somehow this Nexus in the middle is just alive. He's building cannons. He's got nothing to defend this. I mean, Julia
Yeah.
can easily kill this right now.
Easily. There is literally nothing stopping him. There's a Reaver there, there's now 4 cannons, but even still, look at his Hydra count. As soon as he sees that, and he's going to see it in just a second, then there is nothing. There is nothing Musk can do about that. This is going to be depressing. It's just going to get absolutely demolished. Corsairs doing their bit of flying around action. They've been largely hopeless this game, it has to be said. They haven't really prevented, doing some weird stuff in the middle of the map, but they haven't really prevented any damage from happening at this point. Still just flying around, but still seeing nothing useful. Somehow, Julia is still just looking everywhere but at this base. Look at that surround.
Oh man, the anti-base. It's like, he's just thinking, he's like, clearly the Protoss wouldn't expand there. I mean, there's no point in me checking that. There's obviously not a base there. I mean, what kind of crazy Protoss would take that base? It doesn't even have a gas. Like, what's the point of taking that base?
I don't even know. Maybe he's planning to make huge numbers of speed zealots. Having said that, he is producing entirely high Templar at this point, so scratch my last. And finally, a drone, as he tries to literally take Lancer X's expansion in the middle of the map. Oh, we've got some lurker action over in Lancer X's mineral only.
Oh, we've got queens!
He's gonna kill a Reaver.
We've got queens! I don't know what they're for, but we've got them. Oh, ensnare! Oh, storm! Oh man, he's got 2 Reavers in the back as well. He might actually defend this somehow. And the Corsairs are killing themselves though, but the Storm is good. The Reavers are good. One Reaver falls on the other Reaver. He needs to get Money Scarabs off. Can he get one more Scarab? Oh god, he's gonna fall. One more. No, he can't get a last Scarab, but he might hold the base.
This is just such a Pyrrhic victory for Lancer X. The level to which that doesn't matter blows my mind. In the meantime, he's lost all his probes at the mineral only base. So a couple of lurkers which are just camped behind the mineral line. 3 kills on one, 3 kills on the other. 6 probes going down right there. For free, a little bit of lurker dropping, never went amiss, and this is about to get really horrible for Lancer X. I'm starting to wonder where's all Julia's gas? He should have a whole load of gas at this point. Where is it?
I think it's because he got the gas bases relatively late that he doesn't have as much.
Yeah.
Also, he did spend a bit goofing around with queens. Oh, and he's got a Greater Spire, and he's getting the Carapace upgrade.
Yeah, interestingly enough, he is actually supply blocked, so it's going to be several seconds extra that Musk can actually survive in this game. But I think that's just about all he's doing at this point. He's on life support. He's sat there in the middle of the map, surrounded by Zerg expansions and forces, and double storm. That's not usually too advisable. Decent storms again, but there's really no way he's going to be able to hold on to it this time. Those 3 cannons starting to look pretty weedy, and that Reaver going to get really, really badly surrounded. Boom! Down it goes. And now Julia's just going to be able to camp back and take out that Nexus, which has been far too long coming in my opinion. But there he's going to go, and this leaves Lancer X once again on 2 bases. Somehow his probe count is so dire that he still hasn't even mined out his main base at this point. That is a sad indicator.
He's using storms to try and clear out the 6 o'clock, and it's like still not even cleared. Oh man.
Yeah.
Sad times for Protoss.
I don't know what people are arguing about in the chat. Lancer X is actually pretty good on his day. Musk can actually pull out a decent game. This is not representative of him at his best.
Guys, the game is lagging, alright? Julian's in the game. The game is lagging. It's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not Musk's fault, guys. Just go easy on him. Just think of his adorable yet punchable face. Like looking at you in that trollish way. Like that trollish face that everyone posts.
It is pretty troll.
It's so trollish. That's what I imagine whenever anyone trolls on the internet now.
You just imagine Lancer X's face.
Yeah, and I just go, God damn it. Such a troll.
Oh man.
GG.
GG!
Well, you're ahead.
As we confirm that Elegant is in fact Lancer X's #1 fan.
Yeah, I'm pretty fond of him, I have to be honest. Regrettably, that was not his finest hour. Crashing and burning to Julia right there. His strategy was just kind of all over the shop, to be quite honest with you. He didn't seem quite convinced of what his overarching game plan was. He lost his first shuttle really, really cheaply, and just honestly, nothing went right for him. Nothing went right. After losing so many probes, particularly in the early game as well, it was just all downhill from there, to be honest.
Yeah, I wonder if he was originally going to go Ser Reaver, or he was just like, hey, wait, Ser Reaver's good on this map, let me just try that, you know? Or because, and the thing is, he may have originally planned that, but because he lost so many probes early on, he just like his build got completely out of whack. I mean, I'm sure that's happened to every Protoss player where you get Ling Rushed and like your whole build orders get thrown off, like you forget to research leg speed or something because you didn't have gas when you thought you would or something like that. Yeah, I'm sure it's happened to everyone.
Yeah. Well, everyone was C- once. Yeah.
Exactly. Everyone except Cole, he was like B minus.
Yeah, he just went straight there. He
But
fast tracked.
everyone except him was C minus at one point.
Yeah. But he did the Zerg thing, you know, you can get all the way to B minus just by learning one good meter build. So that's kind of, I don't know if that's
Well, you
legit.
say that, but you know, I don't know. I don't know if Protoss is allowed to say that, to be honest.
What?
You know,
What can we do?
When you can just like 10-15 get your way to C minus.
Ah.
Or wait,
That's-
no. What about Quark getting C plus like you know in 2 weeks or not even 2 weeks? Just like I don't even, wait. How long did it take Quark? Remember in
have no
TSL
idea.
in TSL2, Quark tried to like get the high like gets you know B minus as fast as possible, and he got it in like a ridiculously short time just by like only playing Longinus and only 10-15 getting Terrans or something. Or something ridiculous. I can't remember.
believe you're even allowed to do that. I can't join your game, by the way.
Oh, I didn't start yet. All right, I'm going. All right, go.
Alright, sweet. I don't know why it was lying to me and saying the latency's high. Actually, there was no game.
Well, the latency was high because you know I hadn't started yet. There was like a latency.
Between now and the future.
Exactly.
It's high latency.
That's a pretty high latency.
You've got to wait 30 seconds for the thing you want to actually occur, then you can.
It's
you
good
can do
times,
it.
man. It's good times.
Time
All right,
for-
we are in Andromeda. I remember seeing Scan in the fall name, but I can't remember who he's playing. It might be Lancer X actually. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Whatever. Let's just find out. Let's go.
let's do it. I like that. Game predictions are all well and good, but the only way of being right 100% time is to actually then watch the game.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so up
Oh,
in the top
nice.
right hand corner, we have Mr. Must, the boss toss, playing in purple, looking manly. And in the bottom right hand corner, we have the Terran, representing his race in this round of Brutal Open Heat. Mr. Scan, the Korean boss, who we have seen tearing it up in Chinese tournaments, Korean tournaments, we've seen him all over the place. And now he has condescended to play in our Mighty Summoner tournament. So I'm hoping that Must can troll him out of this and show him what's up, show him some foreigner power.
Hey, this is the map where Koos beat him with the DT drop. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Oh wait, I'm saying this probe though. This probe, the probe. Oh man, and he's doing the chatting too. Look at this. He's doing everything right here.
Oh.
This is the #1 rule of proxying. If you're gonna proxy someone, you have to talk to them. All right, just talk to them in the beginning. Make them mess up their build. Because when you talk to somebody, you know they build their SCV like half a second late. They build the barracks at like 200 minerals instead of 150 minerals. You know, and those things, man, when you're proxying, they matter. They matter. Look, Pandemic guy, he's witnessing what's going on here.
He's just like, what? He's just staring at the pylon like, hey, is this? I can't watch. I can't watch this
Dude,
pylon.
I
Oh,
bet
wait.
Pandemic guy is like the donkey from Animal Farm, where he's like, you know, he's been in a million games. He's like, yep, I've seen this shit a million times.
Yeah.
Freaking Protoss, man, these dirty Protoss bullshit yet again on my map.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think someone needs to do a whole game of narrating the Panda Bear guy. I think that would make for some
Dude.
brilliant watching.
This guy, he's definitely the donkey from Animal Farm. Just look at him. He even looks like a donkey. Okay,
He
not
does.
really, but
Like a polar bear donkey.
yeah.
He's got that kind of goofy ungaminess that every donkey
Exactly.
does.
I mean, look at the way he nods his head when you click on him. Right?
Yeah, he's hopeless, isn't he?
It's definitely donkey-like.
I like how his breath still frosts in space. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's cold in space.
Hey, it is pretty cold though in space. All right,
It's pretty chill.
pretty damn cold.
That is true. Actually, I don't know if it even is. You know, is it cold in space?
Dude, it's definitely cold in space,
Is
man.
it pretty cold?
It's extremely cold because it's
Okay.
space, man.
I don't know this kind of stuff. I'm not a scientist. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, he's blocking the wall. Oh god.
That's not
Oh
effective.
man.
Because he needs to be inside the wall for this to really be. Oh,
No, it's fine.
unless...
This stops it from being zealotite.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This wall can
Uh,
no longer be zealotite, and he can build shield batteries here if he's a boss.
I like it, but it looks like he's actually probably going to lose that probe.
Oh
right.
no, bro, please, please.
Oh, the probe's considering it.
Proberino.
Does he realize how little health that
No!
probe? Oh, God. Okay, Lancerex, come on, you got this. Okay, so the first step he's going to grab himself one SCV kill. He's going to get one hit. Ooh, get 2 hits on the Marine. Might be able to grab this SCV while he's at it as well. Lancerex just needs to micro really well here, and he can actually make this
He
pay.
needs-
Meanwhile, he's not too all in on this, so he has actually got his
What?
gas going back to his main base as well. And he's managed to get the Marine as well, so that Zealot's going to keep causing havoc in
Oh.
Scan's main.
Oh, he only proxied one gate. I was wondering how he'd afford to make a cybernetics core already. He only proxied the end of the single gateway. Oh my god, and the Zealot's still in the main base actually. It's killing SCVs. This could actually be really effective. He's gonna close with that Marine, and while Scan's busy microing the Marines, he's losing his main mineral line right now. Oh man, he's even trying to still go after this pylon. That one Marine is trying not to die. It looks like the Zealot in the main base did fall, but another Marine does fall. Another Zealot is coming out, but it looks like this Zealot isn't gonna survive. He's trying to run away. If the Marine goes too far, he'll die, so he can't keep chasing, and this has been a pretty effective opening so far.
This has been really, really effective for Lance Rex. He's going to be able to get back up there again with a full health Zealot before that pylon goes down. Can he block the wall from happening? No, it looks like he's going to call it a day with the heavy Zealot harasser. He can still piss things off a little bit by taking out the SCV as building the bunker, but there's a few too many Marines there now, so Scan does eventually hold. And his SCV count isn't too bad, but I think that did pay off for Lance Rex. He was able to get quite a few SCVs in the process and delay mining significantly. He does have a Dragoon now out as well, so I think overall that probably paid off for our Protoss hero right here. So Scan, not in too bad shape though. He's got his factory, he's got his tank on the way out now as well, so he's going to be safe for the time being.
Okay,
that first Dragoon's going to poke around a little bit.
I don't know why these Zealots went all the way back, like what they were trying to do, but he should have had them here so that they could help protect the Dragoon. Well, I guess he doesn't really need to protect the Dragoon, but yeah, once he gets Goon range and a second Goon over here, he can easily take down these Marines, although I think the first tank is actually going to be out, so yeah, probably not actually. No, he just needs to back up. So it looks like that attack is completely over now. And we'll have to see how they play from here. Very interesting stuff from Lancer X.
Yeah, though, I was curious. I mean, looking at the way it's kind of panned out, I don't know how far ahead it's actually put him in real terms. I mean, it's put him slightly ahead, but it hasn't done too much. I thought it was going to have done a lot more, to be honest.
No, I completely agree. I have no idea who's ahead right now.
Yeah, it's really come out pretty even. But especially when that Zealot got kind of forgotten about. I guess SCVs are just so damn tough. They can actually be pretty effective against Zealots, and even pretty effective against Dragoons as well. They're a hardy bunch.
Oh, we got to move out though with two siege tanks, some SCVs being pulled as well, and this could be pretty troublesome. Is Goon range though? It's not quite done yet, but it's almost done. He needs like 5 more seconds, and that'll finish, and he can micro, but he doesn't have that many Goons, and the problem is he might lose the gateway in the middle of the map. Although, is Scan going to push all the way out? Scan? Yep, he is.
He is, and he's going to use this so he can get his spider mines down behind him as well. And of course, if Lancer X gets over enthusiastic, that can be horrible in and of itself. He needs to micro nicely and just make his way back across the map so he doesn't lose too much here.
Oh, he's going in. He's going in. The mines aren't
Rex.
completed yet. Mine reach just isn't done. Both Zealots fall, but so do all of the Marines. The mines are finally being laid, but it looks like Lancer X is going in. One mine is laid. All the mines are laid. He's got to be really careful. He's going after the tanks. One tank falls. Is he going to get the last tank? The last tank is going to fall. And it looks like Lancer X completely crushes the first attack.
Completely crushes. Oh, Sayle, you have such a way of showboating this. This is awesome. Lancer X, he does take some pretty heavy losses, but nevertheless, Sayle is right. That was a pretty cool win right there for Lancer X, able to take down 2 siege tanks and a whole bunch of Marines. Meanwhile, there is one highly damaged SCV making its way over to the main, and it's going to get a little bit of scouting action. Oh, Dragoon, why you aim so bad? Lancer X now knowing what's up, he's not going to be able to push any further forward with those Dragoons, but that's nice for him. His expansion timing is very, very advantageous. Usually you see the Terran expansion up slightly earlier than the Protoss expansion, whereas in this case, Lancer X expansion is going to be up significantly earlier than Scans, and he would be able to potentially get a 3rd base up as well in the meantime if he wanted to, and he probably wouldn't be too susceptible to a mid-game
he's going
push.
in. Oh wait, no, no,
You can't do it.
no, stop.
Oh god.
These have like, what do you, no, don't do it, man, don't do it.
Listen to Sayle.
No, he's gone again. Actually, there's only one mine now, but this
He can't do it. But that sort of thing goes so wrong when there's just one other attacking unit in the mix. He's getting too excited, I'm telling you. Way too excited.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
He thinks there's no mines left, but you're wrong. There's a mine. Wait, no.
No, it's a disaster. It's a disaster. He's lost all his goons. Damn it. What are you doing? Why would you lose all your Dragoons?
Like, if those were full health goons, I could maybe understand that move, but they had, like, 2 tanks. They were both, like, a tank and a half shot. Wait. They were almost dead. They were red Dragoons.
Yeah, they were basically dead.
That was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, one lucky mine could have killed, like, all 3 of them or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it probably should have, to be honest, because he was pushing forward whilst he was under tank fire, trying to do the fancy Dragoon micro, which just doesn't work if you're under fire from another unit. The Dragoons don't get it. They fire at the other unit. They do not fire at the Spider-Man. And the Spider-Man, boom, makes them turn all into blue goo, which is deeply unpleasant. If you're a Dragoon, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, Lancer X, interestingly enough, has decided to make his own third base at the mineral only, but he's going to have to play this pretty tight. I mean, in this kind of situation, it gets difficult because, of course, if he keeps building up his economy for too long, then it gets tricky because Scan can just very easily push him while he's just pumping out probes, which can get very, very unpleasant. So he's going to have to time this very gingerly. And he still doesn't have any observers either.
He's got a Reaver, though. He's got 2 Zealots.
He does have a Reaver, 2 Zealots.
Right, how's the turret coverage? I only saw, okay, there's
Pretty
one turret in the natural. Okay, there's 2 in the natural, 1 in the front, 1 in the back. 1 in the main base, none. Oh no, he's just got 1 going up by the factory as well. Really nice timing actually from Scan.
Very nice.
I don't know actually. Did his SCV get close enough to see the Robo when he got into the main? I'm not sure. I thought it didn't.
I don't think it did.
Yeah.
But it looks like he knows what's up either way. I mean, this is not coincidence. He's got an inkling of what's up. Oh, must
AFK shuttle.
You could just see it, couldn't you?
See, that's why you patrol move, guys. That's why I always say if he patrol move that shuttle, it would have saved him 1 turret hit. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, because if you patrol move a shuttle, it'll turn away immediately as soon as it gets hits once.
I didn't know that.
Really? I've said it like I say it like every time there's a shuttle on stream. I'm like, guys, patrol move your shuttle. Because if you patrol move, it automatically turns away.
Oh my god.
Ah, please, must.
It's
my
okay.
my heart can't take it.
Your old heart just can't. Don't do it. Why?
Oh god, he's got 6 HP. Holy shit.
That's not gonna last very long, is it? With the way things are going.
It's gonna die to like a 1 marine shot or 2 marine shots.
Yeah, I mean a tank could probably kill this shuttle at this point. He's gonna land
the tank
one
driver just like opens the hatch, gets out, and throws a rock at it, and it just like knocks the shuttle out.
Yeah, or a big gust of wind comes along. Yeah. And the shuttle
like
just
turbulence in the air.
He just comes down like a paper aeroplane. So yeah, this 2 siege tank's going to be pretty safe unless Scan made any kind of huge cock-up, which it's Scan. He's probably not going to do that kind of thing. And that Reaver is going to be not able to do too much more. She's kind of chilling in the back of Scan's base, but Scan's way on top of it. There's no way it's going to be able to do anything.
Oh man, we got an Arbiter follow-up too.
Already?
We have Arbiters incoming, Elegant.
Lancer
X is
oh
not messing around. And the thing is, I like this because, see, this Reaver basically means that Lancer X doesn't really have to worry about any kind of push right now because he's drawing all of Scan's focus into the back of the base, so he can safely take up to the Arbiters. And also, even though the shuttle didn't do that much, the shuttle is still good because there's, of course, the Island Expos that he can take, in particular at the 12 o'clock. Very easy for him to take now. He's, in fact, taking the top left natural, but he could, at any time, go and take that that Island base as well.
He's expanding again. He's expanding again. Why is he expanding again?
I don't know.
Why is he doing that?
It's crazy. He might assume Scan took the mineral only, actually, when he didn't. Oh man, it's another 6-fact. Wow, Scan's loving the 6-facts.
Yeah, well, I can see why he's loving the 6-fact, because Lancer X has made all these expansions, so he's pretty light on units. I mean, he's produced fairly well, but he still doesn't have that many degrees. He's got even still less than a control, but he needs the Reaver in to back up right away. The Reaver cannot be screwing about, and this is about to get bad when the Mine Surround comes in. This is where it starts to get ugly, because all those Dragoons on the retreat are going to lose so much health to the siege tanks.
Oh man, he's doing a decent job microing, but yeah, there's just too much stuff here. He actually just can't leave. If he can pick off all the Vultures and force them to use all their mines here, he might be able to hold off the follow-up attacks. See, look at this! Really good micro. All the mines are laid right outside the Terran base, and he gets out anyway.
But in the meantime, we have all the siege tanks. As soon as they get close to the Protest base and siege up, how is Lancer X ever going to move?
He didn't even make an Arbiter Tribunal. Oh my god, it's just starting! He had his Stargate finished for like an hour. He didn't make the Tribunal.
This is where it gets...
Ah, the Reaver dies! Oh, he drops the Reaver on mines, and that could just be insta-GG. Oh,
although
God,
he does have a pretty good Dragoon count. He has a pretty good Dragoon count if he can get out of his natural expansion, but no, it's not looking like it. Why would you not drop the Zealot first? Dear God, why would you not drop the Zealot first? And he's lost several of his Dragoons in his own natural expansion. He's now just going to have to... He's not even blocking off reinforcements, man. He's just kind of wobbling his Dragoons around in the middle of the map, looking really indecisive at this point. Scanning and seeing the DTs on their way out. Emergency DTs. You know you're in trouble when you're making emergency
he's gonna drop
DTs.
him on the tanks though. He's gonna drop. Oh no, he's not. Just kidding. Why is he not dropping him on the tanks? Drop him on the tanks. Drop him on the tanks.
He should probably do that.
Drop them. Oh, he's gonna do a mine drag. Oh. Oh.
I thought he was gonna save it there as well.
Okay.
Those two
He's got
tanks.
He's got one more. He can do a big mine drag still. He doesn't actually know where the mines are though, so that's the problem.
Yeah. Why doesn't he have any observers there? You should really have an observer there. Oh,
Oh, wait, Panda Bear Guy might die! Panda Bear Guy! No! No! The Panda Bear Guy! Scan! How could you? Well, I guess Scan just lost the game. It doesn't even matter.
How did any of those Dragoons survive? How did even one Dragoon survive against that ridiculous quantity of mines that was laid around them? Yeah, Scan's just bearing down on Must's natural expansion at this point, and Scan doesn't even need another base because he's just got such superior firepower out there. There's no way Must's going to be able to push down his own ramp to do anything significant against this tank force, and yes, Scan feeling in a really dominant position at this point. I don't know why Must decided to make that base up in the top left-hand corner. He would have been much better just investing everything he had into a really good fighting force at this point, because he really could have pushed Scan back. You can see it. He did have the possibility to do that, but he just didn't take advantage of his options, and now Scan is in a horrible position at the bottom of that cliff for Must.
Yeah, I think it was just a greedy thing where he was trying to get, like, he was hoping Scam would be taking the minute only instead of six-packing, in which case he would have had an advantage from taking that greedy expo. But
Yeah.
Scam wasn't, he was six-packing.
I don't know why Hope has to come in when you've got observers. A little bit strange.
This is true.
Because he should have known. Big Vulture Ass coming into the top left-hand corner now, so Scan really on top of what's happening. There's no way Musk's going to grab a mysterious victory with a hidden expansion, although he is going to be able to see off that fairly significant Vulture expand for the time being. But you know what? There's more where that came from. There's Siege Tanks, there's Goliaths, there's all manner of unpleasant things, and they're coming his way, and there's more than enough left over with which to maintain that blockade. Although some good Zealot bombs could go a fair way towards dealing with that.
Yeah, it's pretty much over. I mean, he's got a probe at the 12 o'clock to maybe take the island, but oh, here we go. Zealot bombs, maybe. There's actually nothing to bomb here, and there's a turret. So like these guys, well, they're sort of close on the edge, but he can't do like the cool Zealot bomb tricks with Cloak Zealots. Although he does get some damage on that one side.
And he loses the shuttle.
No. All right, I think we're gonna have one last attack here. One last suicide attack out of the main. Here we go. Here's the final attack. The goons, they can't even get a shot off because they don't know how to get down the ramp. Oh, he's going in. Can he get if he can get that turret? He should all in on the turret. Oh wait, no, this is still comp set though, probably. Never mind.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Lay down the scan. That would be that for this attempt. So, you know, a creditable final push, but no, damn. Yeah, it looks like Lancer X is going to be pretty fried in just a sec.
He thinks he can win still because Penbreak. Oh no, never mind. GG.
No, we get
I was gonna say Penbreak guy died, so he was wondering where the curse was, but you know.
It got attributed to him because it was his Dragoons which caused the mines to detonate.
Oh, this is true. This is true. All right. So Panda Bear Curse was not effective. It got canceled. Canceled out. Nullified. Alright, by the way, so some people are saying I got really quiet. I don't know what's going on. Maybe my Skype is like auto quieting me. Hold on, let me change some options here. Alright.
Well, some people are saying you went quiet, some people are saying you went underwater. It's hard to tell which one.
Let me turn this off. Okay, is that better? Am I louder now? I hope I didn't just suddenly go really loud. I don't even know if anything changed. Is anything different? Hello,
You sound
hello.
fine to me. You sounded fine to me all along.
That's good. As long as you can hear me, Elegant. I don't really care about everyone else.
Yeah, screw that. We're just in this for ourselves, man. We're awfully low.
We're just talking about StarCraft. Like, I don't know what you guys are here for. This is me and Elegant chilling, watching some games.
We don't even know we're broadcasting. This is an accident.
Yeah.
This is Tupacalypse accidentally adding us to the stream.
Alright, I got one person say it sounds louder. Okay, thank you, Pacifist. This is good.
I'm gonna have to mute out for just a second. Give me 1 second. Sorry about this, guys.
Oh. Elegant. Elegant having trouble with the grills, guys. It's the grills.
Back. It's alright. It's alright. I'm still here. At least it's not my mum anymore.
Nice. Dude, it's fine. Dude, last weekend, like, my dad was sitting behind me during the cast, and like in the middle, he just randomly answers the phone in a really loud, obnoxious voice. Like, dude, have I not been talking like for the last 2 hours? Do you not realize what is happening? You just like think I was talking to myself?
That's so BM.
That was terrible.
That is just bad dad.
All right, next game. Next game. Scam versus Zero. Here we go. Oh, somebody took say one. All right, we're going to say 1-1. Is this Steve
What?
Man? Is Steve Man here?
Hang on, what?
Oh shit! Did you join the wrong game?
Oh my god!
Oh my god! You're in a Steve Man game. Oh, Elegant got. Oh man! Every time, dude, you fall for it every time.
I just got trolled.
Oh snap!
That was really good.
Dude, what would be even better is if that guy made a fake Elegant account and then joined my game pretending to be you. And then like we both got into a game and we thought we were in the same game, but we actually weren't.
That would be amazing.
How? Oh my god! I hope Steve Man's listening. Steve Man, if you can pull that off, that would be so sick. And then somehow like it's the same matchup too. So we both like start casting the game, and then gradually the games just diverge, and we get so confused. Like, what the hell are you talking about? That's not happening at all. Like, what are you smoking? And we just get like 15 minutes of the game, we suddenly realize what's going on. That would be so good.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been trolled successfully like that before.
Dude,
Steve,
it has happened to you at least once. I know
Really?
it has. Yes, it has definitely happened. You just joined say one, and it's like not the actual game.
He's getting quite sophisticated in his
Dude,
methods.
he's good, man. Steve Man is a boss.
He is a boss. He used to just join up and spam profanities, but he's upped it since he started banning him and shit.
He knows what's up. He knows what's up. All right. Okay, we're on Bloody Ridge now, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Let's do this. You'll definitely just Sayle, not TSL Sayle.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. We this is the actual game now, and we definitely are playing on Bloody Ridge, and definitely in the top right hand corner we have Scan spawning as the brown parent, and in the bottom left hand corner we have Zero.
Wait, what are you talking about? Scan is yellow.
Give me a break, man.
Nah, I'm just messing. I'm just messing.
I thought that would be an epic Steve Man move right there. I wouldn't even know how he did that. So yeah, we have Zero in the bottom left hand corner, playing as Mr. Purple's Egg. And can Zero be the man to take a game off Scan? That rhymes. Just like living in a Dr. Seuss
Was that
story.
even, dude? It would be even better if that was a haiku. You could like pull a Trolls level right there.
No.
That was pretty few syllables. It could have been. I don't know.
Yeah, it could have happened. Has Trolls always spoken in haikus?
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Every
Ever since it's been
single
on Team
post.
Liquid.
I haven't like read every single one of his posts, but every single post that I've seen, I don't know when
me
he joined
too.
TL, has been a haiku. Apparently though, it's like the most disappointing thing ever meeting him in real life because he doesn't actually speak in haikus.
Who's met him in real life?
I don't know, but I saw someone post about it. They were like, "Oh, I met
Weird.
Troz," and I was like so disappointed he wasn't talking in haiku.
It probably takes him ages to think of each one, so we don't appreciate the amount of work. We just think he can talk in IQs, but actually,
Well,
that would leave 10-minute gaps in
But
between.
the thing is, like, he's got like a few thousand posts, right? So surely by now it must be second nature.
That's true. He must be epic at writing haikus.
know.
Now.
I bet he could actually do it in real life if he actually felt like it. He just doesn't
It
want to
might.
like weird people out.
Might make people think he's a strange, greasy nerd.
Or maybe, dude, maybe he was actually speaking in haiku the whole time and the other person just didn't even realize.
Yeah, because they were so well kind of
Yeah.
blended together.
Oh man, that would be so crazy.
That's,
By the way,
that's
we did have an 8 Rex, I think, before, because the Rex was like before the depot, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I also
Oh,
just
yeah.
noticed that when the spawning pool is not yet hatched and it's below the extractor, then it actually looks like it's kind of the extractor's hovering over the top of it.
Oh.
The gazer. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. Yeah, we did have an early barracks from Mr. Scan here, so not that really indicates anything too much, but he's going to be sending out that second marine. He's hopefully going to be able to deal with this overload. He might actually be able to get rid of it. It's going to be tight. No, it actually looks like the overload is going to make it over onto the high ground. A little bit close for comfort though for Zero.
Yeah, that actually is a good bit of damage. I wonder if Scan's gonna 2-port again. Scan loves his 2-ports, just like he seems to love his 6-packs in TVP. That could be very interesting. And no gas yet from Zero, actually. I'm a little bit surprised. 2-hatch Muta is really effective on this map, so I'm a little bit surprised Zero didn't do that. And that would have actually been pretty good against 2-port Wraith, I think, as well.
Yeah, that would have worked nicely. But maybe, I don't know, maybe Zero just wants to do something, I hate to say it, but maybe he just wants to go for kind of a cheesier quick kill move. Because he's going to know that he's basically going to be outgunned by Scan here if it goes into a long game. I really wouldn't see him taking a game off Scan in the long game, so he's probably wanted to do something a little bit unpredictable and just to try and catch Scan off guard, which has worked in the past, as we've seen from the Right Honourable Koost. We have a little bit of scouting action. Will Scan be able to get in? No. Denied.
No. Alright, cool. By the way, guys, I hope my sound is good now. I hope everyone can hear me. Just wanted to randomly check that since there were some issues, but I hope we are all good now. Anyway.
I don't see anyone complaining.
Oh, I think this is going to be 2 port. He's mining a lot of gas.
Yeah, he is, but oh, look at this. We actually have a Ling run by.
What? I thought he was blocking that. How did that even happen? Oh my god. Can he 2 port now? Wait, where is he?
He can.
Wait, he just used his... Oh, no, he didn't. Never mind. Oh, he's not going to do it yet. He wants to kill all the Zerglings first.
Yeah,
He's got like almost 300 gas. Oh, there's 1 port. He showed 1 port.
So at least he's not going to be. At least Zero isn't going to be completely in the dark. He knows that there is a port on the way up. And now, there we go with the Vulture port. Now we can be able to deal with these Lings. And do we have a second star port anywhere?
Top right.
Yeah, there it is.
Hidden in the
Scan
corner.
is persisting. And yeah, let's see what Zero can do about that. We got Sun Conley coming in now. He's going to be under no risk from this Vulture. We still. No sign of a lair as of yet, but I guess that's kind of we'd expect to see that very soon. But he does have 3 hatcheries on the map at this point, so that's.
So I think given that he went 3 hatch, he has to get Hydras as well to help defend this. Like his Spire won't be in time, even though he will eventually want to get Mutalisks. And the thing is, by hiding this second starport, actually, Scan has made it not 100% clear that he's going 2 port, because this also could potentially be like 1 Wraith into Vulture drop. That's also a very legitimate strategy. And I think on this map also, given how much space there in the back of the main, that could actually be pretty decent. However, the defense against both 2 port and 1 port drop is essentially the same.
So he's,
it's just going Hydras and into Mutas.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And I often feel like Hydras are actually a better solution than Mutas, because the impetus, especially if you're maybe the inferior player, the impetus isn't on so much to kind of get out and about with Mutas in the same way that it is with Hydras, and you can easily out-micro if you're taking Mutas out onto the map and trying to keep them with an Overlord. A little bit of a Vulture run by going to the natural here, and this is going to cost several drones for poor Mr. Zero. He's doing a decent enough job of getting in on those Vultures. Oh, almost getting rid of that final one, but there we go. Just managing to clean it. Only using 1 or 2 drones in the end, surprisingly. I thought that would go a little bit worse for him.
Yeah, that's. I was like trying to count the drone carcasses on the ground. I'm like, 1.
Just 1, yeah.
Still 1. Like what? Although, some of these drones are damaged though. This Wraith can actually kill them. There's one that's at 7 HP. Yeah, he does get it. Any other red ones?
Looks like he's going to be able to get this Overlord as well, which is nice for him. But we do have some Hydras popping out, so they're going to be there just in time. Might actually be able to save this Overlord. That Wraith. Classic paper airplane.
Oh, nice micro.
Too cool.
Wow, he doesn't even take a single Hydra hit because they didn't have range.
That was pretty nice. I like that from Scan. So yeah, Zero is going to be temporarily supply blocked, and these Wraiths shouldn't be able to do too much more damage, but Zero just needs to get a slightly better Hydra's count up from this, so he just needs to maintain a better supply just for a little in order to get a really decent defensive force up and running, because as it stands, those Wraiths can still dart in and do a little bit of damage and just spread the Hydra force nice and thin. So where do you see Zero taking this from here?
Well, he's actually opted to just go straight for the Overlord speed and not get a Spire at all. I guess since he did go for the 3-hatch opening, so he feels like it'll just be a little bit late. But that's going to be very interesting. So he's going to have to be quite defensive and static for a while here, sort of clinging to his base, because he's not really sure what the Terran's doing. But once he masses up enough Hydras, he will be in a decent shape. Well, here's the thing. The balance of power here is going to change quite quickly. So right now, the power is in favor of Scan. You can see he's got his Wraiths. The Hydras don't have their range upgrade yet, so it's very difficult for them to actually defend the Overlords, and also the Overlords obviously don't have speed. So right now the power is in favor of Scan. Once the Hydra count gets higher, Scan will have to be a little bit more careful, because Zero, once he gets Overlord speed, could just like go for a huge all-in with the Hydras, and because the Marine count is very, very low right now, he could actually just completely break Scan open. But then the power will actually switch back, because in large numbers, Medic Marine is much more efficient against mass Hydralisks, unless they're backed up by a decent number of lurkers. So then once again the favor will go back to Scan. So it's going to be interesting to see at what points in the game players go for attacks. And actually, Zero's just going out right now. I don't think this is a good idea. He doesn't have enough stuff quite yet to do this. He's going to lose so much in his main base. He's got 2 Hydras back here, but he's just going to lose everything here. I think this was a very, very questionable timing to move out. Scan's should be making a lot of bunkers at his front though. He should realize what's going on here, because if these Hydras get to his base, he could just have his front broken. He needs to just like pull all the SCVs, but even if he pulls a lot of SCVs to repair this bunker, I don't know if it'll be enough, because Hydras tear apart bunkers very easily.
There's no Overlord. There's no Overlord. There's no Overlord with these Hydras. So these Hydras are just going to get torn apart by Cloaked Wraiths, and getting a very suboptimal engagement there against the bunkers.
Oh my god, what are you doing? That was such a bad attack.
This was the worst attack I've ever seen. He's lost all of his stuff back at home. He's got some overlords finally coming out now, but it's too little too late. He's lucky if he's got any Hydralisks left by the time this is over at all. Managing to catch a couple of wraiths there finally, but this really not looking too rosy for poor Mr. Zero. That was a very badly misjudged attack. He is managing to do some decent damage to the wraiths finally, but he's lost his entire economy in the meantime. He's got nothing left in terms of drone count.
He can still all in this though. I think he should just all in right now with the overlords. He just needs to rally everything. Yeah, I think he's gonna do it. I think because he has to. He's supply blocked. He has no drones. He has to win right now. And the thing is, he can't. There's still not enough Marines on the ground. There's no sea shanks, obviously. The only thing defending him is his bunker, and the fact that this is kind of an awkward position. But I think he can break it. Okay, he's gonna go after the factory here. I think he can actually all in this and win. The Wraiths are on the other side of the map here. These two overlords, though, are crucial. If these overlords die, Terran wins. If these stay alive, I think Zerg wins, but one of them is very heavily damaged. He needs these to be like in the middle of the Hydralisk, basically. Oh, but there's a good SCV block though. Oh my god, he can't reach the bunker. Oh man, he needs to like kill more of the SCVs. There he goes, he's picked off. He's still got enough Hydralisks, I think. It's gonna be very close now. Oh no, but he's getting massacred in the choke. Oh no.
Yeah, that's a pretty good choke point right there for Scan. And finally, there's a medic out now as well. Scan doing the old out and stim and back into the bunker. And I think Zero just lost way too many of his Hydra counts at this point for this to be possible. Yeah, there's no way he's going to be doing this.
He's got 9 supply. He's got 9 supply.
And they're all Hydralisks. The Wraiths didn't even have to come in. And GG.
GG. Scan taking down another Zerg with a 2-port.
Yeah, that looked a bit too easy for Scan. Zero's decision making was just not up to standard. It looked like he basically just didn't quite know what to do against a well-run 2-port Wraith.
You know what? I don't like blaming the map, obviously, but to be fair, if that map didn't have such a good choke point for that bunker, I think Zero could have busted the front there. Like, if that map was like, what's the map? I don't even know. If that was just some other map with not a good choke point.
Fighting Spirit.
He could have broken it. Yeah, if that was Fighting Spirit.
Yeah,
although he would have had to run up a ramp. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. The ramp would have been tricky.
That was Longinus. He could have won. if for some strange reason we had Longinus in the map pool, he would have won that.
Thank God we don't. That map blew my mind.
Dude, Longinus is the best man. Alright, we're going Say 1. We're going Say 1. Do I get it? I did get Say 1. Okay.
Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, that's you, that's me.
Should I leave a slot open for Steve, man?
Nah. He's got to be clever in that. You can't give him freebies.
That's true, that's true.
He's got to stay current. Or he's going to get left behind.
Alright, so,
who have we got?
Oh man, I read the names and I'm just like completely blanked now.
Alright, forget it.
Well, it's a surprise then, guys. It's a surprise.
Everyone loves a surprise.
Yeah, let's find out who's in the game.
Alright, in the top left-hand corner we have Dion Max, the player who is almost actually quite good. And in the bottom left-hand player we have the player who is definitely pretty good. We have Zeke, sporting the fantastic orange colours as Mr. Orange Zerg down there.
Orange is pretty good, man.
Hopefully Dion Max can throw off some of his reputation now as the tragic hero who gets almost everything right apart from something which results in him catastrophically losing the game as he has so far in this round robin stage. And if he's gonna not make any critical errors, Zeke is the player not to make them against because you can just bet that this guy is not gonna let anything slide.
Well, here's the thing though, Zeke happens to have 2 key weaknesses. One of them is high level Terrans. Alright, he's taken ZVZ series off like by Hero and other top Zerg players. And you know, we all remember that game where he beat Dr. K. You know, the Gozu Protoss player. So, you know, he's good at those, but he tends to not do so well against high-level Terrans, like Scan, for example.
Yeah.
But his other key weakness is low-level Protoss players. See, Zeke is so high-level that he doesn't know how to play against bad Protosses, right? Yeah, which is why we've seen him drop random-ass games, like he died to Amlatch. Now, I'm not trying to say that Amlatch is bad, but he's not Zeke level, all right? Let's just accept that. He's not Zeke level. But he lost to Amlatch in Gambit Cup, right? He lost to him randomly on Outsider.
That was amazing.
And I'm pretty sure he's lost to some other random Protoss too. So that's, if Zeke has a weakness, it is Protoss doing random stupid shit that he doesn't understand.
Well, he lost to Koos, didn't he? Yeah, he lost to Koos not last week. Was it the week before? Yeah, I think it was the week before, and now we have a little bit of funky one-base play coming in from DLMax. So this is exactly the kind of thing you want to do. As I always say, against a player who you know is better than you, do something that they will not expect. And just hope that it's something they haven't seen so often that they know exactly how to counter it, and you then end up not quite knowing what you're doing because you haven't really practiced it, and it all just goes hideously pear-shaped for you. But this is where it can kind of work out. So DLMax making up his first Zealot, but he's not going to be able to do too much with that. We do already have the spawning pool ready for action from Mr. Zeki, but nice little bit of a pylon block right there, meaning that Zeki's having to place his natural hatchery to begin with off position. So that's a little bit of a decent windfall for DLMax in the early game, cancelling off that pylon now as he should. And his first Zealot is just going to be chilling back at his main, making sure nothing untoward happens with these Zerglings that are on the way out, and quite rightly so as well.
I wonder what he's going to do with this. It's quite interesting because he essentially forced Zeki to go 3-hatch against him by blocking that natural. So he knows what Zeki's opener is already, so you can see 3-hatch before the gas, so no 2-hatch fast tech shenanigans. So, you know, now it's up to DLMax. I hope he has a plan for this. If he was going to block so aggressively with that pylon and go one base, I really hope he knows exactly what he's doing right now.
Yeah, I really think he'll do. And he's got the Zealots on the ramp. He's not able to prevent the Zerglings from running up, unfortunately. He does have another Zealot in his main base, but that's going to be nothing more than a kind of second scout for Zeki. But maybe he's going to be able to grab 1 or 2 probes in the process. We need to get a Zealot or something back there just to try and draw the fire. Oh, losing 1 probe quite cheaply there. And now he's not, of course, mining gas either, which could be quite problematic depending on what his tech path is going to be from here on in. He needs to get mining gas right away, and not kind of flinging probes into the breach like that either.
What the hell is going on? Why, he's going one base, but he's not mining gas? What? Oh my god, dude. I mean, I can understand not wanting to lose more probes, but come on, dude. It's like 2 Zerglings. Man up. Holy dude.
Is this going horribly wrong already?
I mean, his build is over. Like, how can you not mine gas on one base? Like, what's he gonna do now? Just make mass Zealot? Oh my god, he made a robo and it's been scouted. Is he going Zealot Reaver all in? Is that what this is? Do you remember that random Korean, like A- Korean, who did that like every game? I can't remember what his name was. Oh man, somebody's got to remember that guy's name. Dude, it was so funny. I think that was back when I was like still in Icy Cup admin or something. I was casting Icy Cup tournaments. Like every freaking AB tournament, this random Korean Protoss, like A- or A rank Protoss, would just like go one base Zealot Reaver against Zerg and just like win. It was just so funny. Like, what the hell is this build?
Was it speed Zealot or just slow Zealot?
No, it was just slow Zealot. Just like walk in with slow Zealots with a Reaver behind and the Zerg can't do anything.
Me?
Yeah, it was so good.
What if they went muses?
What? Well, it would just like hit before. I don't know. I don't know, man. The build made no sense, but he did it.
Makes absolutely no sense, but I guess when you're A- Korean, you can basically do just anything you want, it seems. Anyway, even if it's a bad build, you can somehow cobble it together and make it work. It looks like that's exactly what DLMax is doing. He's trying to play like an A- boss Korean. And Zeki, he should be ready for it. He got a full scout.
Oh my god, he's doing it. He's actually doing it. This is awesome. I guess to be fair, you know, you don't need that much gas for this build. You only need enough for the Reaver. And then more Zealots, so he's actually got plenty of gas.
Yeah, he's actually.
He should actually probably like pull one. Wait, no, maybe not. Wait, what, did he like upgrade something?
Yeah, he's getting the shuttle
speed.
Shuttle speed. So that could actually be pretty good, apart from the fact that we've got a Spire coming in.
See, this is the thing. I feel like with this build, there's no long-term potential. Like you need to like by the time speed finishes, I think you should have won the game already. So like if you haven't won the game by the time you have speed, you've probably lost the game. So that's my only issue with that. Yeah,
unfortunately we do have a decent bit of a Zealot block on DLMax's home ramp, so he's not going to get horribly Zergling run by it. So Zeke's just going to have to cool his jets for a little bit. But I think he's going to be really, really well prepared for this. I mean, without any Corsair support, Scourge is just going to make mincemeat of the shuttle very, very easily at this point. Very easily indeed. So I mean, maybe with shuttle speed he can do some super cheeky harass, but like you say, I think he needs to it needs to be a done deal by that point.
He's not actually going for frontal break. He's not going for the all-in break. He's actually going for harass. This is what?
This is wild. This is crazy.
This is bizarre. Okay, well, I guess if he kills all the drones, maybe it'll be worth it.
That's a big if. What matchup is he playing?
He's like, wait, shit, this isn't a Terran base. What's going on here? What are these units?
Why didn't he just kill all the Lings right there and then have free reign? He could have with one Scarab killed
because Terran players can't make Zerglings. What are you talking about, Elegant? This is
Oh,
clearly
God.
PvT, man.
Oh god.
These units don't exist. Oh god! Oh, the
Oh,
Hydras!
God.
Oh, the Scourge! Drop everything!
Oh god.
And you see, shuttle speed was not done for that. Shuttle speed just finished after the shuttle died. Actually, wait, maybe he canceled it. Did he cancel it? Because I thought it would have finished by then, actually.
Yeah.
Because that shuttle definitely didn't have speed.
Oh, and he's even making cannons in his main. Oh god.
Yep, he has to. That's all he can do. See, okay, let me tell you guys. Okay, if Protoss players, if you want to do this, it's a one base all in where you go for the natural with all your units. You don't harass.
Yeah,
this
you
is
don't-
this is you either kill the Zerg or you lose.
Don't screw around.
Yeah,
That needs to not happen.
that's not how you
So
do
this
it.
is what happens if you screw around, especially against a player who's really got his stuff together, which Ziki undoubtedly does. There's a few Museless out now. They're going to do a bit of flying around. Fortunately, Max did get some cannons, but of course all his tech's just like sitting out there right for the picking. But Ziki doesn't even care. He's not even going to get the free stuff. He doesn't even want free stuff at this point. He's just like, no, not today.
Well, see, the additional problem is, so first of all, these cannons only cover the mineral line, so there isn't even much space for him to build extra buildings. Like, he has to sort of hug his Nexus. And he's building a Stargate now, but obviously Zeki's can produce the mutas way faster than he can actually make his Corsairs. So Zeki can actually, like, you know, get, 8 mutas or something, 9, 10 mutas, and overpower these cannons before the Corsairs even come out, if he wants to. And we can see he is actually building up the numbers a little bit. It looks like he's got maybe 6 or 7 right now. And he's just going to go pick off some of these stray probes because the cannons are a little bit high up.
Yeah, and why not indeed? This is why Corsairs is so important, because otherwise the Mutas can actually take a lot of hits before it gets bad. We do have a couple of Dragoons in here, but they're at the bottom of a cliff, which of course isn't exactly ideal. One of them getting picked off already, and they do really minimal damage against Mutas. They are not a good unit against Mutas at all. Finally, we do have Corsairs coming in, but DMX just had to spread his tech so thin right here. Look, he's trying to produce Goons, Reavers, Corsairs.
Oh, he's got a Zealot at the 6 o'clock, but it's not going to do anything.
Oh, so it has. It's going to take some...
Oh man, he should cancel this Reaver. It's just going to die.
Yeah.
Okay, you should cancel that. Like, this, that's just free Reaver.
Yeah, I think he was kind of hoping to...
Ah!
See, the funny thing is, that's as well as it possibly could have gone for him without cancelling the Reaver, and it's still not good enough. I think he was hoping you could just take some extra hits with the mutas and somehow kill all the mutas maybe while they were hanging around, but yeah, that was never going to happen. So he's just lost so many of his tech units at this point that it's going to be really, really difficult for him to really do anything before Zeki's just got an enormous force. Oh, it looks like he's going to lose his Corsair here as well. He cannot afford this kind of thing. 1 meter going down, the Corsair going back just to be taken out, the Dragoon's going down.
Why is he queued up 3 units in this Robo? Like, he has no control over this Robo at all. This Robo is not going to do it. Like, yeah, there's no point having the Reavers
in the
there.
middle of the map.
Yeah, there's literally, like, this is not his main base. This area is not even his main base. Like, that's Zerg's base right there.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
that was kind of weird. He did actually have shuttle speed, by the way. That shuttle actually does have speed. So I guess it finished
Serious?
right as his original shuttle died or something. Slightly unlucky.
If only he had something to put in it. He does have a Reaver.
He does have a Reaver as natural.
But he hasn't got any air superiority, so as soon as that shuttle goes anywhere, it's just going to get destroyed. Oh, looks like he's still going for it. Okay, cool. But there is a pretty good map coverage of Zerglings right here for Zeki, although it looks like somehow DMX is going to sneak right through the gap right there. Ooh, he's kind of circumnavigating Mr. Zergling sitting right there, and he's going a very, very weird route to try and get into Zeki's main, I'm going to say.
He's actually gonna get through.
Doing the most
wow,
bizarre
that is the most amazing pathing. Oh my god, I don't know how he. What the hell? How did this shuttle just go all the way around everything? Oh man, it's gonna die now. That was so good though.
To do that, you must have analysed 1,000 Zerg games to see the most likely places for Zerg.
Dude, that was really good.
That was pretty cool, but
unfortunately, it's only 2 Zealots that are gonna do no damage.
Yeah, they were never gonna do anything anyway. I don't know what the idea was.
I don't know either. It's pretty bad. It's pretty weird.
I have no idea. So DMX is just now he's on 64 supply. He is stuck in his own natural against a Zerg who is on 85 supply and basically has the entire map as his oyster at this point. So Zeki going to be pushing on forward with his mutas, and I guess he's going to just try and take out more stuff as he possibly can. And there is a decent number of Corsairs in now, so DMX is going to be able to probably deal with those mutas for the time being, but I don't know how long that's going to last because we do have a pretty sizable Hydra's force building up for Zeki outside his front door. So I'd imagine he's kind of preparing himself to break the natural expansion of DMX, and there's not really too much to stop him. With one Reaver and 3 Photon Cannons, not ideally positioned for dealing with a Hydra Burst, then this is just going to be really, really bad for him.
You should make a shield battery to recharge the Reaver shields. That'd be pretty cool. Because he lost his shuttle, so he can't defend it anyway. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man, that was... Even though that pathing was really awesome, like... I don't know why he would throw away the shuttle just to drop 2 Zealots in the main. Like, they didn't have speed. Oh no, the Corsairs!
Oh, God.
Oh, he's actually only going to lose 1 somehow. That's pretty good.
Still 1 more than he can afford to lose. But yeah, 2 slow Zealots. It's just... They were never going to do anything. There's so many mutas on the map, and I mean, Zeke just had complete control. It was always going to be the shuttle in a trade for whatever he could kill, and he was just never going to be able to kill anything. So it was a bit of a weird decision. At least take the Reaver. If you're going to suicide with something that can take something with it, at least. And the whole bunch of Corsairs are going to go down.
Oh, he's not committing with the Scourge. He doesn't want to get drawn into the cannons. Look at this. He's leaving the Scourge on the side. He's waiting for the Corsairs to go in, and then he goes in with the Scourge. And here we go. Oh, man, the Corsairs! Are they going to fall? No,
Wow.
The Scourge is still not going to chase.
Well, he got the acceleration time just right. That's the tough thing when you're microing stationary Corsairs. They do, of course, have that acceleration time, which makes it really annoying. If you're trying to evade a sudden dash of Scourge, it can make it really, really tricky. But DMX, he's actually built up a fairly sizable army right now, and he's going to have enough in him for... I hesitate to say a decent battle, but at least a fairly convincing last hurrah.
He's got no splash, though. Like, he's got no Eye Templars, and he's only got 1 Reaver, but he's got no shuttle. Okay, now he's making a shuttle. I don't know if he should wait for a second Reaver, or whether he needs to hit a timing before a second Reaver can come out. I don't think his army's strong enough if he only has 1 Reaver. I think he really needs 2 Reavers, because Dragoons by themselves, obviously, can't really do much without that kind of backing.
Yeah, they'd basically just melt against this. Because that's a lot of Hydras right there, and even Zeke...
Oh no, why is there a Reaver there, and why is it dead? What the hell? Was that his only Reaver?
Yeah, that was his
Oh my god, that was...
Reaver.
What the hell?
He's got a shuttle, still. And he's going to probably kill a hatchery, which is more than I thought he was going to achieve this game. So that hatchery's probably going to go down, if he can kill it, before that huge wave of Hydralisk hits him. But I don't think Zeke's even bothered. I think Zeke might actually just break his front door. And I think that's probably a fairly sound choice, but he's also got enough units to massively over-defend at that 6 o'clock base. I mean, this is just a joke for him right now. There's no way that's ever going to get broken. He's going to be able to easily break into DMX's front door with an overwhelming number of Hydras. Look at this. He's just absolutely trashing his way through there. And DMX has got absolutely nothing to say about this. He's going to have to try and pull his army back, but his natural expansion is going to be done long before that happens, and possibly his main base as well at this rate.
Yeah, I mean, if he had kept his Reaver alive there and defended with it and maybe blocked it with probes or something, maybe he could have held off at the main base and used his main army outside for a counterattack. But because he lost that Reaver, obviously his natural was completely gone, and now he has to walk all the way back cross map only to get owned by this Zerg army that's coming in. Look at this, the Mute is actually blocking the retreat and then like holding up the Dragoons so the Hydras can come in and clean everything up. Dang.
Yes.
See, Dragoons, man, they're not that good. Unless you have some High Templars or something.
Yeah, you have to have a ridiculous number of Dragoons backed up by a lot of High Templars and some Zealots. GG!
GG from DNMax.
Okay, that wasn't even... he didn't commit to a strategy at all. There's really no more to say. He thought, okay, I'm going to do this. It's kind of a cool all-in, but also I'm going to try some harass with it. It just all went pear-shaped right from square one. It never really changed.
I mean, I wonder, like... I think his shuttle speed finished literally the second the shuttle died, because I clicked his support bay like right after the first shuttle died, and it wasn't researching, so I thought he canceled it, but actually it had finished. So I think literally if he had just like if the Scourge had popped out 3-5 seconds later, he might have even kept the first Reaver and shuttle alive, which could have maybe made a significant difference on that game actually, because that was a pretty big pick off by Zeke. But then it just happened that the Scourge got out right on time and sniped that down. So.
And I think that first harass even could have done a lot more for DMX. If he'd have killed the Zerglings instead, which would have been very easy, then he would have had a brief but important free reign over the drones in the main. And also the subsequent Hydras, he could have picked those off as well, because there were very few of them. He could have actually done some really good harass right there, but it was just very strange decision making. Very strange decision making indeed, and I think he was looking very flustered already at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, Let's move on. Looks like we've got 2 games left for today. And we're moving on to a PvP now between Wallace and Lancer X.
Very cool. So, come on, who's going to come out on top here? What do you reckon, Sayle? Wallace or Lancer X? Upstart or old boy?
I'm going to have to give it to Lancer X. I mean, I kind of want Wallace to win a game because he's kind of had a hard time so far in the round robin stage. And it is a PvP on a 2-player map. But hey,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Lancer's still going to take it.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Wallace, I still think of Wallace as he used to be, so I can't see him as a realistic contender. But come on, Wallace, surprise me.
Let's do it. Come on, Wallace. You
Come
got
on.
this. I believe in freedom.
Through time and space. Here we go. In the bottom left-hand corner, spawning in as the brown Protoss, we have Must with the imperfect split, but he doesn't even care because he knows how little difference it makes. 3-way split, 4-way split, you're all good. It doesn't really have too much of an impact. And up in the top right-hand corner, we have Mr. Wallace playing in as the beautiful grey Protoss. And he must be what? Does he not know what map this is?
Lancer clearly. I guess he's just mad that like we didn't set Fighting Spirit to be every single game. Because I'm pretty sure Lancer X just like mass games on Fighting Spirit. He's like
yeah, I think he does.
He plays hundreds of Lido games just only on FS.
Mm.
Hey
That's
guys,
really
if it was up to me or up to a Poxide, we would have made Fighting Spirit every single map. But sadly, it is not just our choice.
It's precisely why it's not just up to you in a Poxide. Because oh god, I can't even imagine the outrage in the community.
But dude, you see,
some people would be really pleased.
Dude, I bet all the players would be happy about that. Like, I think like at least 90% of the players would be like, oh yeah, awesome, Fighting Spirit only.
Yeah.
But then you'd have like those 5 people in the forums be like, oh my god, we need Outsider, we need like, Gemlong, or we need like Trolls maps in here. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that would definitely happen. You'd get shouted down by the vocal minority.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard life, isn't it, Sayle?
It is, man.
Fighting for what you know is right.
I feel like a Jehovah's Witness or something, just going door to door trying to convince people that Fighting Spirit is the best, and then everyone just like slams the door in my face like, no, Outsider is the best or something.
And you're just
like,
there with a briefcase full of leaflets, like who's gonna take one of these leaflets?
It's like, guys, Fighting Spirit, please. It is the best map.
Oh my god, I just saw heresy. I just saw someone in the stream chat say Medino sucks. Medino is a god amongst men, I'm telling you. Like, this guy is a relic of what Brood War used to be.
Yeah, dude.
This is a guy who sits in an armchair playing with a laptop with a mouse on the chair of the armchair and his laptop in his lap, making up build orders on the fly.
Yeah.
This is how Brood War used to be, guys.
This is the guy who got mad at Baku for having such low APM.
Yeah.
By the way, this one probe in
yeah, it's not mining.
In Moss Base, it's oh, he fixed it. AFK probe. Oh man, dude, I think this probe that was attacking the gas probes is what alerted him to the fact that was idle.
Yeah.
Like, if Wallace had just like not done this, that might have just been idle forever. That would
You
have
should have
awesome.
just attacked at the other side of the mineral line.
Yeah.
You distract Must. That was a bit of an error right there from Must, from Wallace rather. Excuse me. But meanwhile, we do have we have a Dragoon already on the way in, excuse me, from Must, and same again from Wallace. So both these guys going for exactly mirror builds, so they're going to be pretty even on their tech timing. And yeah, we got Goon Range coming in from Must. Goon Range presumably about to happen for Wallace as well.
Did Lancer X not scout? He doesn't have a
No, he
probe on
didn't
the map.
scout. He didn't scout.
What? He's just not scouting
and
at
look,
all?
Yeah, because Wallace is searching around in the back of his own base for where that probe is, but there is no such probe.
Wait, how can he not scout? He's just gonna walk out. He's gonna go scout with his first zealot after taking the probe around.
He just didn't care.
But
he's gonna have to pull back now. There's no way that's gonna work. Weird that Wallace has sent his first zealot at this late point when he already knows that the Dragoon is in. I find that very strange.
Oh, I might get a probe though. In which case that's worth.
Oh, they might get 2 probes.
Oh, that would have been super worth. Okay.
That could have happened. That actually almost happened because zealots actually do have sorts of range. They have a tiny little bit of range.
Yeah.
So he could have managed.
This is crazy. So, like, not only did Lancer X not scout, but neither player even went for a 2-gate on this map. So it's like, huh. Okay, cool. We do have a second gateway now, though, on the way for Wallace. and a Robo from Lancer X. So a slight divergence in the builds.
How refreshing. We have, yeah, second gateway coming in for Wallace. And the Robo, of course, coming from Lancer X. So yeah, and now throwing down the second gateway as well. So it's looking like it's just going to be for observers. And yeah, there we go. We have 2 more gateways coming in right now from Lancer X. So
oh man, he's trying to do the fancy micro, but it's not working. Wallace is going to lose 1 Dragoon straight away.
Oh, this is really bad. This is really, really bad for Wallace. He's in so much trouble. This is really bad. Must can actually push basically all the way into Wallace's main. Oh my god, and Wallace fucking horribly. Oh, Jesus. Getting just completely stuck right there. The wise old experience of Must really paying off. Ah, and he's having to pull the probes. Oh, God. Oh, no.
1 probe down. 2 probe? No. 2. No. No.
Bizarre.
2 probe.
It's about to get bad.
3 probe.
How did that even happen?
What? You lost 2 probes? Are you kidding me?
But it could actually be still game over right here. Wallace is
No, it's
just
okay
trying-
because there's 3 gateways against 2. Oh wait, no, just kidding. There's 3.
Yeah, there's 3. There's 3. Must has plenty of unit production power, and he's kind of been winning the micro war consistently right here. We just have 2 super low health Dragoons left for Wallace. We have 1 super low health Dragoon for Must. Please pick that off, Wallace. Oh, do yourself a favor. We have 3 gateways in for him, but he needs to get some more goons out right away. Finally.
Oh! I thought that was gonna survive too. That would have been so sick. Okay, so Wallace finally holds off. The problem is, though, he's at 3 gate against 3, except Lancer also has Robo. However, fortunately for Wallace, it was Obs first and not Reavers, so I think he'll survive for the time being.
It seemed like Must was a little bit slow there with Dragoon reinforcement. If he'd have kept rallying his Dragoons forward, he may have actually won it right there. Wallace just trying to be way, way too cute in the early game with his Dragoon micro, and now throwing down his Robo as well. So it's going to take them pretty even in terms of tech, but Wallace just going to be left with a little bit of a deficit. And oh god, you really cannot be doing that at this stage. He's going to throw away another Dragoon right there up at the front line. And Must just going to take that and just going to sit back.
Must is not making a shuttle even. He's like not even going Reavers. This is so weird too because like he was in the base and he saw 3 gateways and no Citadel or anything. So like I don't know why he made a Robo just for Obs. Like this doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
A little bit strange, isn't it?
People are even putting it out in the chat. They're like, why the hell is Lancer X making a Robo or making Obs? What's he doing?
That is a bit
What is he
bizarre.
doing?
I don't really see any decent reasoning behind that. He's still gonna have massive overwhelming advantage there. He's just gonna be able to completely blockade Wallace inside his own base. I don't think he can break it right now, but there's no way Wallace is going to be getting out there anytime soon. Wallace really needs to get some Reaver action going on here. Both of them just making observers at each other. This is really quite good. I'm going to scout the hell out of him.
We finally have a shuttle here. I think Lancer X is legitimately scared that there's like a proxy DT somewhere on the map. Like, there's no way that would be possible given the 3 gateways and non-stop Dragoon pump that Wallace was doing. It's just not possible. But he's got an Obs in his base because he's scared. He's like, I don't know what's going on.
It's crazy. That's crazy. So Lancer X just, I think we can just say he's just playing super conservative at this point. That's what we got to call it. Because
so
he wants
funny.
his win. He wants his pound of flesh from the evening.
This makes no sense. Sorry, I'm just giggling because it's like, what? Why are you both making so many Obs? Like similarly for Wallace, given how much goon pressure he's been facing, there's no way that Lancer X could have had DTs either. So he should have just rushed Rebs. Like both players should have rushed Reavers because they both basically have perfect information on the other person.
Yeah, so they should have just gone even, but Must would have just...
And yet they've both done the Obs.
Oh
so.
god. Yeah, this is not so good for either of these guys. But of course, due to the earlier micro battle, Must coming out on top of this, and this is a really tall order right now for Wallace. He's got to do some clever shuttle trickery. There's no way he can just straight up bust out the front here. He's got to do something smart. Otherwise, he's going to basically lose all his units as soon as he tries to get out there.
Well,
and now that Must has that shuttle and Reaver as well, he can just expand, whereas Wallace can do no such thing. And Must has got it quite well locked down here as well. He's got Dragoons up on the high ground, so he can see if anything makes its way in or out of Wallace's base.
Must actually might be the one trying to bust into the base here. He's also pumped a round of Zealots, which are pretty good at running in the front and tanking for the tanking for the Dragoons when you try and break this kind of arc. at a choke point, so he could just try and like slowly push the goons back with this Reaver and then just rush in with all his units. Here we go, he's dropping the Reaver. The olives will actually provide vision for this Reaver to start doing some long range shots on the goons, but the goons are moving in. The Zealot tanking the shots, he wants to snipe it, he's not gonna get it. He does get a volley, one volley on the shuttle though, which makes it that much more vulnerable.
Yeah, and long range Reaver shots like this, especially when the map terrain is providing some trouble, can often be well, I say a little bit very
What the hell is this Reaver doing?
Oh my god.
What the hell is this Reaver doing?
It's throwing its life away. Need to see. Oh, it looks like somehow bizarrely the Reaver is actually going to survive. But yeah, these long range shots can often mean the Reaver wanders far further forward than it actually needs to, and then the shuttle gets sniped. It can get unpleasant. I don't know if Must even really needs to be doing this with his own expansion now, but I guess he just wants to clean this game up as soon as possible.
Oh man, were those goons not on hold position? No, he's going after the Reaver. Oh! Got some light shots off. Only lost one to goon.
But Must has done a fairly good job of keeping that alive. I mean, usually in that kind of situation, you would actually see the Reaver go down.
We have a probe attempted to sneak out the top side. Not going to happen, though.
Yeah, and the shuttle loses a whole bunch of health as well.
Oh my god. Must should build a forge and cannon him in. That'd be so good. You just build like 12 cannons here at the natural. Oh my god, I would be so happy.
I don't think Must's even interested in just blockading. I think Must wants to try and just win this as quickly as possible now.
Oh. Why is he going up that side? All the goons are clearly here. He should go in from the top side.
Yeah, that would be pretty easy. I mean, he could just go in and basically kill every one of the probes right now because there's nowhere even Wallace could drill to. It could happen.
One more shot! No.
No luck.
5 HP on that shuttle, pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, can he hit the Reaver though?
Yeah, you can probably hit the Reaver.
Oh, but there's shuttle speed though for Lancer X. Oh no! Okay. These engagements are just so tense. It's like one wrong move and your Reaver dies.
So it's ridiculous micro war though. They're both just fannying around basically. This is definitely gonna be it. This is gonna be it for the shuttle now. There's no way.
Oh.
What? Are you kidding me? I thought he was gonna survive, but that wasn't happening.
It's okay though, because there's another Reaver at the back, I think. Yeah, there's another Reaver to come in. Oh wait, but it looks like Lancer X wasn't paying attention and let a couple of goons die at the front. Oh, but this red Reaver's running out! No, go back, Reaver! Be careful! Go back! Okay, no, that's good, he got some zealots.
Yeah, they're just owning zealots, and that Dragoon's gonna go down as well. Look at these Reavers, they're just bossing it up.
Wow, there's actually 2 shuttles now for Must. Okay, he's gonna switch it out. He's gonna bring the full health shuttle here. But the thing is, Must has now got an expansion, and
he lost his shuttle, didn't he? He must have lost his shuttle a little while back.
No, he has the red health shuttle still at the natural.
Does he? No, he doesn't. He lost it, I think.
What?
I think he binned it.
No, at his own natural. It's got a probe in it.
Oh.
Anyway, we got an engagement. He's got the bust out. Oh, he's got his Dragoon superiority. He's got a good arc. Oh my god, the Reaver in the back is not enough. Wallace is breaking out. He's busting the front. Is he gonna get the shuttle? He's not, because it has shuttle speed. But he wins a huge fight at the front of the base because Lancer X had a lot of his goons like patrolling at random places to stop shuttles coming out. So he didn't have his whole force there.
We have a Reaver harass coming in the back of Wallace's base. Is he going to see it in time? Is he going to be able to do anything about it? Must. With the super red health shuttle. Here it goes.
Animo!
Oh no.
Shimo!
Oh god. Oh god. This is going to get painful. And there goes Wallace's stuff. He just basically needs to all in this right now. Although bizarrely, he's actually still got a decent number of probes left just because he built up such a ridiculous quantity. But I think this has been enough time for Must to recover. Although, with the 2 Reaver shuttle, this might just be enough. Holy shit, if Wallace can win this, that would be absolutely crazy. Here he goes. He needs to micro really well here. He cannot throw away these Reavers. They are his lifeline at this point.
Do the Stork micro. Do the Stork micro. I believe, Wallace. I believe. Although he's facing a Reaver and shuttle in this natural as well. But the Reaver's going back. The Reaver's going back to the main, but the probes aren't there. The probes are all distance mining the natural, so it doesn't even matter. Oh no, he takes a big scarab on his Dragoons. Oh man, it's 2 Reavers against 1, but the micro's not there. The micro! No, he saves it. Oh, he saves both the Reavers, but they're both really low. And this Reaver's just camping. It's spawn camping the Nexus.
Yeah,
oh god.
Without this, I don't, without all the probes actually going back and receiving their punishment. But without shuttle speed, I really... Oh!
2 HP!
Oh, he still drops the Reaver.
2 HP! Ah! Oh, he's gonna lose it.
He didn't realize that the shuttle would have actually escaped at that point. Yeah. So Wallace somehow, bizarrely, managing to take a Dragoon advantage and break out right there, but I don't think it's going to matter for too long because Must now has a vastly superior supply count. It's like 86 to 53 at this point, and that's massive. Wallace had to do some serious heroics to hold on at this point, and based on his micro so far, he just doesn't quite have it in him to hold out against such an overwhelming advantage, especially not with a speed shuttle advantage on Must's side of things.
Yeah, definitely not. And one random goon throwing his life away in the middle of the map. Let's see. Well, both players. Oh man, that would have been huge. Oh, here we go though. Oh man, all the players' Reavers and shuttles are low, but it looks like it's just not enough for Wallace. This is gonna be the game here. Too many Dragoons coming in for Lancer X, and Wallace, no luck in the tournament. GG.
Yeah,
And Lancer X takes him out in the PvP.
Yeah, that was a bit undignified at the end to blame that on luck. I don't know. His early micro let him down, and then, to be honest, if you're facing down against superior attacking force, the last thing you want to do is dash out of your choke point and get caught in like a big conga line. It was just ugly. He got horribly surrounded at the end right there, whereas he could have just stayed back, and maybe one in 10 times he could have actually somehow defended that, but because he dashed out of his choke point, he lost his defensive position and just basically completely binned the game at the end there.
Yeah, some questionable micros, some questionable decisions, but it's pretty fun though. We got to see some nice Reaver shots.
Yeah, and I think he might actually win it there.
Yeah, that's all that matters though, right? It's the Reaver
that's
shots.
The key.
Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Alright, well we're gonna see our last game of the day then, ladies and gents. It's gonna be Zero versus Wallace on Andromeda.
Alright guys, it's time to see if Wallace can get lucky in the final game against Zero.
Come on, Wallace. I believe just proxygate him.
Alright.
Zero. Alright, do the positions. Wait, Elgin, are you in the game?
Yeah, sorry, I was in the game.
Okay,
Sorry,
dude, I was wondering, I was like, shit, did I just get trolled by Steve Man? Is this actually like a Steve Man Smurf in my game?
Sorry, no, I was having computer troubles. For some reason, my computer occasionally is just freaking out and making the game incredibly laggy for me. I have no idea why it's doing this. Probably need to fix that, since I rely on my computer quite heavily. But yes, in the bottom right-hand corner, spawning in as the orange Zerg, we have Mr. Zero. And up in the top left-hand corner, spawning in as the unlucky, hard done by, should have won, but just didn't have fortune on his side, Red Protoss, Mr. Wallace.
Yep. But you know, luck in Broodor is really just another term for DTs.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
when he says I was unlucky, what he really meant was I didn't make enough DTs in this game.
Yeah, well, I don't know how that would have helped him, given that everyone was just going wild on Observe. So it's just like the whole map just detected.
This is true. This is true. There were many observers made for no real purpose.
Just flying around observing stuff.
Although to be fair, I guess they gave some vision for the Reavers towards the end, but yeah, there you go.
Just keeping an eye on the critters, just making sure they know what the critters are up to.
Well, the thing is, right? Actually, is there a Pandaberry guy on Bloody Ridge, or is it just like a Rhinodon or something?
I think it's just weird, as Day9 said, weird golem dude with no legs.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Wait, what's his name again?
Ragnasaur.
Hey, that's the one. Well done.
Yeah.
But you see, you gotta keep an eye on that, right? Because if you don't want to accidentally kill Pandaberry guys, so if you gotta make a few obs just to follow him around, you might as well.
But does anyone care about the Ragnasaur? That's the question.
That is the question. I don't know. He's kind of like
he doesn't.
He's kind of like Bulbasaur, I think. You know, like nobody actually picks him as a starter. You know, like I guess like Pandaberry guy is Squirtle or something.
Yeah.
And what's another critter that people like?
Kakaru, they're just really annoying.
Kakarus are around. I don't know.
They're okay. They're around.
Kakarus though, they're legit. They're like the Pidgeys, you know. In the beginning, they're just like annoying. They're not actually a threat. They're just kind of like
sort of flap at you. And
yeah,
you
just farm them for the first couple of levels.
Yeah. But I think it's because most of the critters don't die in such hideously dramatic fashion as the Exodon. It explodes in a pile of goo and rib cages, whereas everything else just vanishes in a puff of green smoke. What's that? Rubbish.
Yeah. What is up with that?
That's why nobody cares, man. Because there's no evidence. There's no trail of blood. To mention the game briefly, we do have a link speed opening coming in from the bottom right corner from Mr. Zero. He does have an expansion up already, though, so it's not any kind of all-in, but he's just going to try and put on a little bit of pressure, maybe get a little bit of Zergling run by action, maybe a very, 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 very early indicator of some kind of Mutalisk thing, but that's way too early to really tell anything like that so far. In the meantime, perfectly standard Forge Fast expanding action over the other end things from Mr. Wallace. I guess it's his lucky build.
See, Zero probably knows that it's stupidly hard to make a good wall on this map, so he's like, I'll just make some lings and run by into the base, because the wall will definitely not be link proof. And he's right, it's pretty easy for lings to run up the ramp here. Whoa, was that second cannon cancelled? He just cancelled something and remade a cannon here, so...
No, really?
Unless I'm just like completely crazy,
Yeah,
I thought he
you're
cancelled
right.
something.
That seems suboptimal, but he is going to need that second cannon. We have quite a few lings out on the map right now. We have like 8 Zerglings at this point from 0. 10 Zerglings now, so this is definitely going to be some kind of run-by attempt, if not a break attempt, so that second cannon is definitely going to be beneficial. He does see the link speed though, he should have noticed the link speed right there, so...
The run-by is still going to happen though. The ramp isn't really blocked. There's a big gap here. The Zerglings can just run in if they want. Although 2 probes, I think, plus the 2 cannons should be enough here. I don't think he should try it. Oh, he's gonna try it. I don't think this is gonna work. Oh, it might work. Oh, no, oh, the Mondragon. Oh, he gets 3 lings in. All right, how good are these lings? Are they CE lings, or are they not CE lings?
Well, it all basically depends on the micro of Wallace at this point. So far today, we haven't seen the best micro in the world dealing with this kind of situation. Wallace just needs to send that Zealot back, and he shouldn't be in any real danger. He loses 1 probe. Really, he needs to get mining the gas right away. He needs that gas, otherwise his tech's just going to be really quite severely delayed. Not that he's facing down against anything significantly techie from 0, but even so, he would be able to get a significant timing advantage if he was able to keep that gas going.
Yep. But that is not going to be easy. Oh god, feelings in the face. This is like my worst Protoss nightmare. Oh man. I guess between that and like getting Lurker dropped or something. But still, this is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, on the other side though, as you say, still no gas being mined. Looks like a 4th hatchery. Oh man, is he just going like... Wait, what is he actually doing? Is he going like 5 hatch, no gas, but you know, having taken a gas? Like
yeah,
the delayed 5 hatch, no gas.
Yeah. Little bit strange, but yeah, he's just not bothering with the gas. He just decided to run by and make the gas with lose.
Hell, he's got 500 minerals. What the hell is he doing?
I don't think he's doing anything.
Has he just
we
been
have
migrating?
a little bit of zealot action as well here.
He's got 600 minerals and he's not mining gas. What are you doing? Is this like a bug replay?
Yeah, I have no idea. But must have some kind of plan with this.
Oh no, he's mining gas. He's mining gas now.
He's got I'm suspicious.
Make 2 hatcheries, bro. Do
and he's
something.
supply blocked as well.
Oh my god, what is going on?
What's he doing?
Oh, he made a hatchery somewhere.
Yeah, he just
he made it at the front?
Yeah,
well, why did he not make one of those others mineral only?
I literally...
Oh, he's gonna make another one there.
There you go, another one.
1, 2, 3, 4. He went 6 hatch before like actually mining gas.
There you go, there's the Hydra.
6 hatch into Hydra, ladies and gentlemen. 6 hatch Hydra, there you go. First time for everything. I mean, hey, if 5 hatch Hydra works, why not 6 hatch Hydra? Am I right?
Can you really support that many Hydralists off just 3 base? Well, I guess it's going to be a mineral only as well, so I suppose you can support that many hatcheries just pumping Hydralists 24/7.
It's dubious.
It's dubious, isn't it?
Although, wait, actually no, because one of them's at a mineral only. He's gonna have a lot of minerals. Oh no, actually maybe this is fine. Oh, maybe this is legit. You know, maybe he didn't just, you know, forget to make stuff for 700 minerals and get supply block. Maybe it is legit. It's a thing.
Maybe.
It is. I'm declaring it a thing.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's a thing, because you know what, it's actually probably going to work. Because this kind of build can really catch Protoss who just literally don't know what to do, because it simply is a lot of Hydralists. And if you don't know what you're doing, it can be just too many Hydralists to handle, so you need a plan. So in the absence of any kind of decent plan from Wallace, then I'm going to say this is going to work pretty effectively, because very soon, that's going to be a lot of Hydralists. Just as soon as you finish making drones.
I really hope Wallace gets a Reaver, because if he goes Reaver against 6 hatch Hydra on this map, it'll be really good, because not only will the Hydras not do anything at his front, but he can get the free 12 o'clock island base as well. And obviously because the actual lair tech is so late, then there's nothing that Zerg can actually do about that. So if he went a Robo, this would be completely fine, but I don't think he is because Sayle Reaver is a little bit difficult, and I don't think he's gonna try that.
Yeah, Sayle Reaver is a classically almost impossible build to pull off. Takes a lot out of you, requires a lot from you. That little Corsair still doing its flying around action, not going to be able to find too much. Might find Mr. Overlord up at the top right hand, probably not. Now he's pushing out with a little delegation of Zealots. His leg speed is still a little way away from being done, so that's not going to be too effective yet. But always good to get as close as possible to the Zerg expansions before that leg speed kicks in. But Zero should be fine against that with all his massive quantities of Hydra production. And when I say massive, I mean, ridiculous. He can make so many Hydras.
Yeah, he is actually running a little bit short on the gas. Should probably actually take that third gas now.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure actually, but let me have a look at his drone count. No, his drone count's actually decent. Generally the idea is you get a really strong drone count when you're going this build because you delay your tech. But oh, here we go. The Zealot's moving in. They don't even have speed. They're just walking in there. Okay, their speed does finish now. And he's getting blocked actually from that second sunken. Really, really nice drone block. But the Zealots will close with it eventually. But here come the Hydras in the back. And here we go. +1 speed lots against Mass Hydra. The Hydra's not in the best position, but the Zealots are all getting stuck. Oh my god. The epic drone block. This sunken has been alive for a year. Finally falls. But that drone block probably saved him this hatchery, because I think if that block hadn't been that good, there would have been another like 5 Zealots alive right now to help fight against these Hydralisks. But as it is, he's gonna defend this base without that much difficulty.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. If that drone block had not been so good, then there's no way he would have been able to hold on there. We can see that his Hydra count was getting pretty iffy at the end there. And there were good reinforcements coming in as well from Wallace. So that drone count really, really made all the difference. Zero really pulling it out of the bag there right when he needed to, because his Hydra count just wasn't there yet. He didn't have quite enough, and that was very close to losing a pretty important base. He needs the gas bases to really take him through into the late game, unless, of course, he can win basically right here with Hydras, which isn't impossible. He's got a good... Oh, and he kills the...
What the... What?
He killed
that was so unnecessary. Why would he do that? Oh my god. Zero, I hope you lose. Zero, you're a terrible person.
He's like the Quentin Tarantino of the Brutal World.
That wasn't even that wasn't even accidental death. That wasn't, like a byproduct of... Oh! That's what you get, Hydras! You see that? You think you can just go around killing Panda Bear guys? I don't think so. Yeah, have some storms. How you like that?
Karma. Instant karma. I like it.
That's what you get. You don't mess with the Panda Bear guy. Alright, guys?
When Sayle says money storm, that's exactly what he means. He means a clump of Hydralisks which just burst upon sight of a Psy Storm. And it's the shortest thing. It's lovely.
That is exactly what I mean by money storm. I don't yo, this cannon in natural though is completely freaking out the probes.
Yeah, it is.
What the hell are these probes doing?
They go...
They're just like going back? Oh my god, what the hell? Oh my god.
How that happens, I will never ever know. I've never seen that before and probably will never see it again.
Nothing, man.
But Zero now isn't in the best position in the world. He still hasn't had the time to drone up that well. He's finally managed to pop out a few drones now, and his economy is finally getting actually pretty strong, but it's taken a little while. And in the meantime, we do have a pretty decent army out from Wallace, so he has got the opportunity to now, if he acts quickly, seize some map control, get another base up and running, and then macro like crazy, possibly into the win if he can throw some harassment in there as well for good measure. And it's just going to turn into a slugfest, I think, for a bit between both of these guys. And it's just about who picks their engagement more carefully. And he's killing the gateway with the Zealot still making in it.
Good times.
That's so optimal.
Good times, good times. He's moving out now. Looks like a few Hydras coming up to try and pick off some High Templars maybe. No, they just pick off the Corsair and back up. Does only lose 1 Hydra though, so that's still worth it. Gotta be very careful. When you run out with just Zealots and High Templar, if you just aim move across the map, you can see the Zealots get really far ahead of the Templar. So if Zurich just like runs a few Hydras around the back, they can easily just snipe off your High Templars. So this is a little bit dangerous. Gotta be really
Hydra army though is not that big. He's got 0 upgrades. How has he got 0 upgrades still at this late stage? Where are his evolution chambers?
I mean, he's got one in the main, but it's not even close to done. And here we go. We could have the engagement right here where the storm's at. There's one. Oh, that's good. Oh, man. Everything's so low.
That is seriously good. Wallace with a big, scary army now. And I think he's definitely going to be able to get this base now. Oh, but the lurkers are coming in. He needs to be able to snipe that hatchery. He needs to do a quick shot before the lurkers happen. How good are his storms?
Where's the storm at? Where's the storm at? They're all clumped. Ah, it's an iffy storm. Can he get another one? It's another iffy storm. The Zealots are in. He's just... Wait. One lurker's, oh no, only one lurker's down though. It's almost dead. Oh, but he's retreating, but he's losing the High Templars. They have no energy for Storm, but it looks like the Zealots are enough though. He's closed with the Hydras because they are +2 Zealots against non-upgraded Hydras, so they're really tearing them through, but it looks like he backs away without killing the hatchery.
That's so unnecessary. He could kill that hatchery even just by sacrificing 6 Zealots or so. I think it would definitely be worthwhile because Zero needs that gas. He's really going to have to keep a hold of that in order to make any decent number of lurkers going into the rest of the game, and to then advance his later hive tech as well. Without that gas, it would seriously hamstring his attempt at doing so. And surprisingly as well, Wallace did not use that time. Oh, he's going to throw away his High Templar. He did not use that time to get another base up and running as well. That would have been the prime moment, and possibly one of the few opportunities he's going to have throughout the rest of his game to actually get another base up and running.
Indeed, indeed. Looks like another poker at the front, not going to go too far. He's got a shuttle here. I wish he would drop a probe onto this 12 o'clock before going for the storm drop. Because, yeah, this 12 o'clock is pretty free. I don't think we have drop tech. Do we even have a Spire? Oh my god, we actually don't even have a Spire. So there's nothing, literally nothing Zero could do about an Island Expo right now. And it's a shame because there's a shuttle already.
What about just one DT run by? What about running a couple of DTs? What about that? What about doing the classic Protoss thing and just sometimes sending out speculative DTs just to see if you get anywhere? That would be a lovely thing right now for Wallace.
Speculative DTs, I love that. That's so true too. You just you have no idea, whether it's gonna do anything with the Zerka's Overlords. You're just yeah, I'm just gonna right-click this DT to this base just in case it kills 20 drones.
Exactly, because it's one DT, so it costs you a little bit of cash, but the potential is huge. You keep that DT alive and it gets into the base, and the Zerg just doesn't notice, and you win the game. You can win the game just with something like that. Wallace now pushing out. I think this is a fairly decent time for him. The lurker count isn't too bad.
Oh man, he's leading with the Zealots though, and he's gonna lose both of his obs. Does he have any obs? Nope.
Yeah,
there goes your attack. Okay, that, ladies and gentlemen, is how not to actually break out of a lurker contain. You can't just aim move everything. You need to let the goons go first. Have the Zealots basically hold position behind them with High Templars backing them.
He does have an ops though. He needs to go now.
Yeah.
He needs to go now.
And you need observers that are not picked off straight away.
He does have one though. He needs to go. I don't think he knows he's got that observer there. But there's a whole new batch of lurkers incoming. There's so few of them at the moment. There he goes. He needs to lead with the dragoons. Why is he doing this?
Oh my god! He's like trying to run down the side to get a flank, but that's clearly not working. He needs to just do it properly from the front.
Oh god, Wallace, you're killing me.
I guess he's also, it's because he's a bit short on gas. He doesn't have enough gas for all the goons and Templars.
Well, he certainly doesn't have enough gas to be binning this many arms, I can tell you that.
Wait, where did his shuttle go? Oh, it's still there. He hasn't done anything with it. Did he just forget?
Yeah.
At least go put a probe at the 12 o'clock, man. It's free base. Free expansion, yo.
Yeah, oh, and the storm even misses the lurker. This is starting to get a bit bad for Wallace, because he's getting unnecessarily completely blockaded in. Look how many lurkers that is now. He needs to get out there and start doing some damage. Loses the High Templar, loses... Oh, another high energy High Templar. This is unpleasant stuff. Can't believe he hasn't got the 12 o'clock base yet. Can't believe it's taking him so long to break out.
Oh man, he's going in the front now. He's going in the front. The Zealots are getting shredded, but it looks like he's going to break through the front line of lurkers. There is a second line though. He storms his own Zealots, but he's got a lot of units flooding out. It might be enough right here. He's actually breaking through, but there's so many lurkers in the back. The lurker field is so deep. I can't even see them on this terrain right now. And oh my god, the Zealots get shredded. It looks so good. He has so many Zealots, but the second or even third line of lurkers is just a bit much, although he does give himself room to move outside the top of the map here.
Useless though, because look how many units there are still waiting for Zero. Wallace needs to do it way more cost efficiently than that, and he could have done if he was patient and slow, move forward with goons, storm, take your time, take out the lurkers cost effectively. That could have gone so much better. His army is still surprisingly massive by comparison to what it maybe could be at this point, but even still, done cost effectively, he could have a big ass death ball rolling around right now, whereas all he's got is a fairly fragile bunch of gateway units. He doesn't even have any area of effect damage, and that's definitely going to be telling when he gets into his next engagement against that big mass of pretty squashy Zerg stuff that can nonetheless rip his force to shreds.
Oh man, this isn't even a good position for him. The Zerg is getting a perfect surround, and the Protoss army is all separated right now. The Zerglings closing with the Goods instantly. No Zealots in front to block that off, and no High Templar support. This Protoss army is getting massacred in the middle of the map. Oh my god, huge mistake from Wallace there, getting caught completely out of position. He felt like he could make a move there, having broken out of the contain. I don't know why he's not making any High Templars if this is his lack of gas, but he should just like cut back on the goons a little bit and make High Templars. You cannot deal with the Zerg without High Templars or Reavers. It just does not work. And here we go, another engagement. Again, no High Templars to speak of, which means the Hydras are just going to rip him to pieces. Look at this, the Zealots gone, the goons are just sitting ducks right now, but he needs to defend here because he's got the 9 o'clock base going up. So if he cannot hold this position, then he's going to lose the game either way. And it looks like he's somehow chasing the Zerg back.
Did he even kill a single unit in that engagement in the middle of the map there?
I don't know.
I don't know if he killed one unit.
He just like instantly ran away and then lost his entire army.
Yeah, he lost like 3,000 minerals and 1,000 gas worth of stuff, and maybe killed a few Zerglings at best. Again, imagine how big his army could be right now. This could have been the Protoss macro machine in motion. He could be just storming across things at this point.
Oh, he's got one High Templar.
Oh,
he's got one. Oh, he's got 3. Oh, does he have an odds?
Straggling behind.
He does.
Yeah, he has a couple of
can we get the Money Storms? The Money Storms will be required. That's an okay storm. That one is also okay, but okay is not going to be good enough to hold right now because the Zerglings are going through. These are Cracklings. 2-2 Cracklings eating the Protoss army alive. They're going to eat this Nexus as well. And the Probes are just don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, they don't know what to do. Their purpose is being denied them. I love that. Money Storms are required. They were required. They did not happen. This was not the way poor Wallace imagined it. GG.
GG. Wallace taken out by 0 here. Luck was not on his side in this game either. But I would like to know also that he did not make any DTs in this game either. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. Wallace lost 2 games, and in neither game did he make a DT. Coincidence? Yeah. I think not.
I'm with Sayle on this one. Wallace needed to make way more DTs because you know what? The field was open. The field was open. He just needed a few DTs, and right there he could have won the game. I'm not even exaggerating. Kids,
I may or may not be exaggerating.
Listen to Grandad Sayle. He knows what he's doing.
Oh man.
This is a guy who hit the mighty lofty heights of B-.
Oh yeah, got into that coveted ladder AB. Look, if I try to join this ladder AB, oh wait, I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed. See, I get sent straight to the void because it's for B- plus users only, which I was one of. Boom.
You were once.
Not anymore, but once upon a time.
Yeah, so pay attention, guys, because you know what's up. Wallace threw away so many units that game, threw away several opportunities to actually really get some serious presence on the map. I mean, when he was blockaded in, there were so many points at which that blockade was weak. His pushing out was so impatient. So impatient. Leading with the Zealots, it looks so tempting because the Zealots, they run in there, and the Lurkers are all firing all across each other, and it looks bad, but actually then suddenly the Zealots disappear and your army is gone with them. So not advisable move, just got way too impatient. Several points in that game.
So I want to give a final shout out again to thebgh.com and starspawn.cc, and I believe a few individual donators to the tournament prize pools. Thank you guys so much. And also, guys, another cast tomorrow, the last day of the round robin stage. We'll be doing the final 9 games, after which we will know who are the 4 players to make it through to the playoffs. I believe there's a possibility of tiebreakers as well, so stay tuned for that. I don't know exactly how that's going to work, but if there is a tiebreaker required, I think we'll probably just do that tomorrow as well. And
yes,
and finally, I've been asked to just point out that there is in fact going to be a 2v2 tournament in fact next weekend, organized by Team Alchemist, who have been organizing quite a few events recently, it seems. So if you guys want to check that out, that's next Saturday, or wait, no, next Sunday it says here. Oh, that might be the cast actually. I don't know. It's on Team Liquid. You can check out the thread. I'll link it in the chat. So you guys can check that out. It's pretty good.
Do your own homework. We're not here to help you out.
Exactly. So yeah, good times. So thank you all for watching, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow for the last day of the group stage.
Thanks very much for watching, guys. Make sure you tune in again to see the rest of it. There'll be more epic games, more disastrous failure from all of your favorite players coming right up.
Oh yeah, wait, and VODs. VODs will be on my YouTube channel, as always. I uploaded last weekend's really late, but they'll be there. All right, we're done. Peace out.
Peace out.